if somebody else has that problem,
Yeah.
it has this little horizontal box. And if it's like this, you just have to click on it and it goes like that. It's over on the right side.
I wonder.
But
Well,
just
who
if you
cares?
run into
Just-
if you
yeah,
run into
exactly.
somebody else who's
Thank
like,
you.
I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, I do try to share that because I know
Yeah.
the vertical, horizontal.
I know. I know.
Uh-oh, my hair's gonna not.
God, we brought
sustain.
sweatshirts. It's chilly out tonight.
It's not warm. I even brought. I have my shoes.
I know I should have brought socks.
I don't have socks, but I have shoes.
I don't think the guys came back. I hope they do.
Let's see.
They didn't come back yet.
Which guys?
My
Oh, they will. Give them a minute.
well, maybe they did, because sometimes I think they will.
You know, and YouTube's weird too. I've noticed where like I see chats coming through, but it says one person's watching, and then all of a sudden it jumps.
I know, and then it's a ton.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, here they are. Hi, guys. Hi. Thank you for coming back. We were just going, oh, I hope they come back. Thank you. I'm here at the complex at the big, gigantic sign. I don't think you can see it here. Did you see that big thing in the sky?
No. When? Today?
Just tonight on the way here. It looks like it might have been a plane crash or something, but it was like this big spiral thing in the sky.
That might have been when you were saying, "Oh, that's not all that loud," or was that earlier in the day? No. A while ago, there was like a loud boom. I think that's what you were talking about.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Are you live too?
Yep, I just want
I'd like to know when I'm on camera.
Yesterday, these guys, I mean, for a while, they've had the grass around the other side. What street is that? Catalina?
Catalina, yes.
Yeah, they had all the grass covered up with mesh, right?
Yep, that was it.
And Henry, this young man was smart enough. We said, let's just pull it up.
That's
You know, we were saying that the other day, Chris and I.
The funniest thing overnight is when I first started, they started turning on the sprinklers. I
Right.
just took my shoes off
Right?
and I just went, hey.
Oh, good.
So,
Good.
you know,
Very
Bugsy
smart.
competition, got my hair wet.
Yeah. What the heck?
Yeah, it was just I had no
And for the guys too. I had a
Yeah,
couple of very
people that-
affectionate male viewers, so we gotta do it for them too. We don't discriminate here.
Hey, don't discriminate. I was really happy when I saw it. I thought, all right,
Yeah.
perfect.
There were some badass women folk that were getting soggy too, though. Throw some shout out.
I love from
women folk.
UK. Hi. Thank you.
Give them
Oh,
some
what a
credit.
I
treat.
They
can't
got
believe.
We're here with
What did you
Tory
say? Hey,
and
Tory
Kelly's
Bear.
doing
Hi.
things.
Guys
Yeah,
and
Chris
Crystal.
coming down.
I can't believe I caught alive. I know. I'm early. Hey, chat. Hello to everyone. Hi, witness.
Oh, I don't have.
Hey, there you are. Mr. Chris. You came.
Mr. Chris.
Mr. Chris.
Yeah, see that.
That was a bad life.
Yeah,
That.
yeah. It's something I've been thinking and researching for a while. I thought
Hello.
making a jump.
Salud, 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 salud.
Bless you. Bless
Those
you. Bless you.
statins, man, they get on you.
Yeah,
Just like that.
What is it?
It's those statins. They just get on you.
No, you are a Thetan. You have to get it right. You are a Thetan.
You're the Thetan?
I'm a Thetan.
The Thetans could be.
I know, but
switched off.
they can. But I just want you to understand, because no one gets this. And it's like in Scientology, instead of a spirit, they call you a Thetan.
Right, right.
So you're a Thetan. Like you're a Thetan, you're a Thetan. You know, you each are, you're your own spirit, right?
So we're gonna be like, what up, Thetan?
Huh?
What
What
up,
up,
Thetan?
Yeah, what up, Thetan? But then OT3 is where it comes in on the BTs and clusters, and those are, you know, on your body originally. And then OT5 is where they can be anywhere all around.
That's what I was going to ask you. Thank you. I do lose track, but hopefully I'll
I
get
can't.
committed to memory one day.
Okay. Good to see
Oh,
you. We made it almost. I just got here
Yeah, you
myself,
just got
and I
here?
got my little tripod out all by myself.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
You don't need a chair this time?
I think I'm good. I'm just hanging here.
I love your hair.
Yeah, your hair is great. I always wanted to do my hair like that.
Braid.
Yeah, except it's I do and I don't. You know, I
You
really
have to add some extension. A little length first.
No, I'm getting it cut shorter.
You are?
Yeah, it's my summer due.
I love it.
I do it. I'm
Shorter. How much shorter?
much shorter. It's just like it's like at my chin.
Uh-huh.
And then they'll grow out over the summer, and then I'll have my winter hair. I have a lot of hair. I have like 3 heads of hair.
3 heads of hair?
Feel my hair. Come,
I
grab
don't know about that, Tori.
Just
I
say
see it. I see it. You got it.
it.
Yeah.
It's like I have tons of hair. I have.
You need to start donating hair.
No, I'm really funny on it because like hairdressers will always say, "Well, we'll thin your hair," and I'm like, "No, no," because that's what my mom used to always do when I was a kid. Oh, we'll thin it, And I'd have all this really thin hair, and I'd hate it. So now I'm like, no, no. I finally got a hairdresser I really love.
That's a very hard thing to do. I can respect that.
I know.
Super, super.
And it was really funny because tonight I texted him and I said, "Can I see you? My birthday's coming up, so I wanted to get my hair cut."
Yeah.
And he said, and it sent back something like, "Alberta will let you know what time." And I went, "Alberta, what happened to you?" I thought, oh my God, he moved, or
You're cheating on me.
he's on summer vacation or something. And it turned out it was a net thing. I said, "Oh, I hope this is just a net screw up."
Yeah.
And he said it is. He said it drives me nuts.
Look at these people.
So you were at what meeting today?
Well, I was what?
What meeting? Or yesterday?
I was yesterday.
Yesterday. What was it?
It was apparently the neighborhood.
It's
council.
it's the East Hollywood neighborhood. council.
Solomon, hi.
You got no glasses. So, buddy.
I still high five.
He's got the OG
Just
shirt
fuck,
on
so
too.
Where are the
Look at
plants? Solomon. Plants left. The plants?
Who did?
The plant up over there left.
Oh, he was here? What do you call him? Clark?
You know Jeff, right?
Was he next to you and Asha or in between the two with the hat on?
he kept harassing.
I
told him
He's
told you.
he's the guy with the black beard.
Oh,
Odo?
No. He has similar beard, but it's like it's
Okay.
all the way up down here. He just pops up out of nowhere. In those video games, if you ever see like the evil guy spawns out of nowhere, that's literally
That's
what
him.
happens.
I'm pretty sure she don't play video games.
And what do you call him?
What's that?
What do you call him?
Like when the
No, what's his name?
Jeff.
Jeff.
Yeah,
I don't think I know him,
yeah. He just spawns out.
but I know Odo. Odo, I know from back when he could talk. And we would come here and we'd talk to him for like an hour. And
He's
he'd
been talking lately.
Has he?
Yeah.
Good.
Kelly hasn't made.
What did I do?
Odo.
Yeah, even chatting with Odo.
I would love to chat with you more about that. I don't put him on camera though when I do it.
Good. Smart. No, we would just come here and chat with him, and I'd tell him things that I knew, and we'd tell him things he wasn't thinking about, and he'd tell us stuff, and it was just like a different time when they used to be able to talk. I mean, all of them could talk.
But it's nice to talk to someone who can squash it or elaborate on it. But one of my theories was something like this, that maybe they're maybe being advised to be a little more social again and show like, no, we're fine, everything's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
So-
that's probably correct. Because when they're on film and they're not talking, they really look crazy.
Right? So that's what I thought, because it's shifted for sure.
And I keep talking to him on my videos saying, "You guys look insane. You got to remember the world is watching you."
Then that makes sense. But you know what's cool about my first like real chit chat with him was even though he's probably just sussing me out, trying to figure out who I was because I was newer on the scene, he listened.
Yeah.
I didn't like talking.
I know he's a
serious,
good
but he
listener.
listened and then he responded,
Yeah.
not like a robot. So that was nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I promised him I'd keep it private for respectfully, so I'll keep it at that.
Good.
Also, it's kind of a joke that I told him that people get mad and frustrated when I kneel but to turn the camera off, and so he smiles. He thinks it's hilarious. So we'll bond through humor.
What was I gonna say? Is the security still there, Solomon?
I see zero reason to live stream right now since everybody's live.
Nobody did that?
I'll do it.
Earlier, like the guy was.
What did you
Morning.
say?
Just that it seems silly with everybody live streaming for me to.
Ah,
go
we
live.
do it all the time.
We do it all the time.
We do
I
it
know,
all the
but I'm
time.
like, well, you guys got it. You got literally have all.
Yeah, but you
Look
never
at this,
know.
and I
You
know,
could
I
catch
know.
something that nobody else catches.
You are a different person.
I am a different person.
And you have a different group. Hey, Aja,
Hi, honey. I'm not.
how are you? Oh, you can't go over here?
I'm not going over there. I'm not
I
getting.
know, that's what
I'm not getting transplanted.
I said.
What
I'm like
hap-
this
What
trying to
happens if you come here, you'll melt?
You don't feel welcome.
No, but I like to not.
I
give them
know
any
every
reason
angle.
To,
See, Tory
do
don't
any-
care.
I
Tory
like to
don't
mess with
Tory
them.
can do whatever.
Tori can do
Like,
whatever
I'll
that.
stand
fuck you
here
want.
all night.
No.
It's
Jeff,
not,
we
it's
got
not that I don't care. It's just that I know
No,
they're.
no,
No,
they're not gonna do anything.
I don't know that that's not.
Oh, you think they might? Well, even.
I mean, that lady with the awning eyelashes, she was me. She
They come with a Christmas. Keep the pressure on, right? Keep the pressure, huh?
There's a fake Chris.
Oh yeah, they misspelled, they have lowercase.
It's a fake confident Chris.
Where's it? That one. See the lower.
Hey, Sophie. We're out at the complex, rocking and rolling.
Yeah, so there's an Aja. Yeah, Kelly, there's a big Hollywood Aja going on, okay?
Okay.
Whoever the
And
person,
how do we know the difference?
you just have to ask your master to check.
Okay.
Ask your master to check if, because I don't go to, I
I
don't.
never come into my.
I never come on people's late night shot anyways, but if you see a fake Aja, just simply ask your mods. Simply ask your mods and stuff, you know what I mean, to check.
Usually I just tell
But
everyone could be fake.
the
and they
mistake
need
this
to
person-
act
the
up.
mistake this person- That mistake this person made was to come to my shot.
See, to me, I'll have fun with them. Say, hey, Aja, what
Yeah.
level are you at in Scientology?
No, but
But the fake Tory is not good, right?
no.
They've done it. They've done it a ton of times.
Naughty. It's not the fake.
It's all about being fake accounts on the internet. It's kind
They've
of
done it. They've-
kind of your deal.
Well, yeah, I opened the account for them, but I never did anything with them. That was a
Sorry,
tricky
what I-
thing.
That's true. That's
Do you wanna go? We can go have a amazing. I have money to spend. You wanna go for a good dinner and shine? No, we wanna. I got paid. The money hit the bank.
Troy, the sources are saying that that we were paid off.
Oh.
Don't include yourself, Chris. You
Oh
didn't
yeah,
get
except for
paid.
me.
Except for Chris.
Who were paid
I got
off?
paid. I got.
get it.
Apparently, I got
Stop
paid.
showing up.
Payday.
To stop showing up and
Apparently,
protesting
there's a
Scientology.
few all over
That's
the
the
state.
facts.
Hey, Chris.
When are you gonna?
We've been paid off in our millions of dollars, just so you know. No, it's just that, it's sort of like, to me, my view is like, let it settle down a little bit.
Right.
Because everything was just so like, haywire.
Sometimes it's better, huh?
I feel left out.
Yeah, so we're just trying to just do
You feel left out.
different stuff. I'm not into this kind of stuff.
You need
I'm
to
not
borrow-
talking
if
about
you
all
need
that.
to borrow some money. I'll let you borrow money. But
And I like your
50%
glasses. Those
interest.
are nice. Very handsome. But, hopefully it'll settle down. DOA is coming back, right?
Yeah. So it's gonna settle down. for a week.
Well, I have to.
It's gonna settle down for a week, I said. But
And
then
probably paint his van.
He has a new one.
I know. I saw it.
And then
20 for me and the rest.
he has 3 court dates next week though.
I know. Yeah, it's one this Friday. One is this Friday. There's 2 next week.
That's a big deal, right?
Dark Beaver says he wants to be your date.
Scientology is probably paying the lawyers for the other people.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, I think he has to show up Friday to see if they even put
That's
the
what he-
frickin' paper.
That's what he said. He has to come
Did
Friday.
I comment on
It's just a hearing. Yeah.
did I
Just
do
the
what I
hearing?
did?
They might not even
Did I
be
comment
like
on-
following up.
Yeah.
on it.
Oh, okay.
Maybe, but, that's what he has to find out. That I'm aware. Not spreading misinformation. Speeding, I don't know. But I think that's.
She's just going live.
I know with this group it can go like,
I know, I'm always like,
oh, she said this. I went through that for, I think, 8 years until Anonymous showed up.
That's what it means, right? When
The people attacking me and posting lies about me. Oh, it's unbelievable.
The bar has this, yeah, two.
They put my phone number on a porn site for a good time.
Last
called
birdie.
Tory.
What does that mean?
But the good thing was that they had the guy that wrote the most lies.
No,
Then
He
the guy
always
started
driving
calling
his
me.
finger
I
like
went over to IRC. Do you know what that is?
coming back to LA.
Internet relay chat. It's like a
No, but now
a
he
bar
has to
on
be
the
driving his
internet.
finger.
You know, where you come
When
in,
it's
Kelly,
Tory,
how
it's
does supposed to come in?"
Tory.
that kind of thing. So all mine were computer geek guys. So I told them about this for a good time called Tory. So they said, okay, get a URL. So I did, brought it over to them, and the guy that had written thousands of lies about me, they said, you're not going to believe it. The exact same computer for all the lies about me was the same for a good time called Tory. So I said, what do I do? And they said, call the police. It's a federal crime.
Did you guys go to the beach?
So I called the police in Burbank. They came. I told them about fair game, Scientology, this and that. Porn site, the guy writing all the lies. And they wrote out a police report on Truth Seeker.
Invited him.
On
Did
Truth
they
Seeker?
fall?
On Truth Seeker.
What is that?
Boston
He
accent.
was a guy writing all these
Yeah,
lies
I
about me. It was a church, but I couldn't prove
That
it was the
good
church.
for VPN
But that was
days.
his nick. That was his nick.
I don't remember this
My
story,
boyfriend-
so I don't think I heard it. Did it anything
Yeah,
happen?
this guy
He vanished forever.
Like, what the, like,
Believe me, he would have gone to prison.
fuck,
If he hadn't.
stick the fuck. Stick the, I'm like, stick what?
So,
Stick the fuck.
I'm like,
the fuck.
eh.
At the board.
It's a little.
I know.
Behind.
I know.
Yeah.
I gotta
Tell my
check.
friend, I have a,
Okay,
I have
question.
a, lady
Tory,
from,
is Mark Bunker bringing up the old video?
I have a viewer
I would
from,
love to hear you talk.
I have a viewer from Boston. Her name is, Starla. She's like, Starla. Yeah, hi,
Find
Starla.
out
Hi, Starla.
more about her.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. She's not dead.
It's pretty funny too.
Talk to me.
Bob Minton died. Stacy's alive. Just so you know. But okay, I heard that. I don't know that we'll do it, but I heard it.
He's coming to where we are.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
DOA.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
Come
Shut
to
your
this
goddamn mouth.
location.
Shut your goddamn mouth. Shut your goddamn mouth.
Provocative.
Don't talk to me. Don't
I
talk to
consider
me.
it
You're a little
provocative.
boy in my eyes. Don't talk to me.
He's
If
over
I
here.
You're a little boy in my eyes.
Again.
DOA
Don't
comes to
talk
this
to me.
location.
Here's we are.
If you don't want to interact with me,
Don't talk to me.
I suggest.
You're a little boy.
I suggest
Don't
you
talk
don't-
to me.
Look at that
Look at
hand.
Don't talk to me.
Look at
I
that.
suggest-
What's wrong?
I suggest DOA
Look
doesn't
at
come
that
back
hand.
because
Why?
I felt he kind of left me out in the cold a little bit. He lost touch with reality.
Look at this guy.
He hasn't lost.
Yep.
Mystery.
My sense
That's
of
the easy way of thinking. For anything.
Go back in
You know, it's like,
time.
okay,
I
the
don't
guy
know your view is
Go back in
that
time.
he lost touch with reality. He's taking a break.
it gets to people's senses.
Huh?
In any case, he's not coming here right now, right? Because he has a restraining
I'm
order.
not gonna tell.
For the win.
So that's just my point of view. I'm going to go to the other side of the building. You guys,
Look at
gonna
that.
be-
Are you a Scientology?
what's that?
Are you a Scientology?
No.
So what's the deal here?
What's that?
Why is Solomon on?
They're insecure. You guys
There's
are
a fucking pimple. There's a fucking pimple.
They're insecure.
Okay.
You all come off as insecure. I'm not insecure. So
Irritating. What the fuck? Away. I have never.
you're insecure.
What?
This guy is harassing me.
Do you know that you paused?
You feel you're not insecure?
Fucking bald spot has eyes.
I feel like I'm not insecure and you guys are.
Do you?
Oh, yeah,
You're insecure.
Oh, now he's talking shit to Solomon.
Lord, good Lord.
Talking shit to Solomon. Yeah.
I'm not.
Street is here.
I never get it.
I'm not good enough.
Too much.
Jessica.
He's got power. What the fuck?
What is
What
I want to know the truth.
Yes, he gave us that. He gave us that. You got the
Yeah,
So honestly, I normally wouldn't engage.
yeah.
There was a comment made the other day that was, I think you would call it like, and I know he watches everything, so then I can't.
Yeah, she was saying a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Like saying, like,
This reality.
because earlier I told you,
Not
you look at this.
Right.
Yeah. And then you show up.
That lady. It's awning eyelashes.
I wanted to test it out again right now.
So fun to watch. I loved it.
He said,
Did you know she was asking me?
They don't say anything?
What's the crazy is, but yes, we're grateful for you.
Oh, sorry. Yes,
I'll see your name on it.
Why were you causing all that drama with that guy?
what was it?
You said it was don't be yelling at other people.
That was.
Don't you what?
Don't be yelling at people.
What? That's spot right here, huh? That's spot right here, how I, like two brown spot. That's
No idea, but I wanted to ask him. I know because I wasn't.
I've met him.
I know, I knew, but I don't think so.
Other protesters.
I asked what he was going to tell me.
I should, yeah.
No, when I don't think so.
My glasses.
My problem.
My security to my glasses.
I left it by accident.
No
accident.
I made a lot.
That's just my mistake.
Yeah.
Especially you're Latino.
I don't know if you reached it.
No, but.
I used to normally never.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. Just tell her.
Yes.
You know,
People focus on Mom, there's your message.
there you go. You got the message. All right. This is why bringing it.
I was telling him about
You need to bring it.
exchange
You
with
can say something.
security.
There's no reason how I.
What's he bringing?
Someone sent him a
That's
backpack
anyway.
in my chat, and then he left it for.
Me? He left it for Amanda.
Learning.
I want to see the video of last army.
Second time.
That was so great when you mailed them. I loved it. I showed my friend. Yeah. Probably. Although I wouldn't be surprised if they got rid of her. She was pretty bad.
Oh, God, literally.
I was telling people, if you ever play video games, when they have the spawn points, that's Judd.
Oh, that was him?
Randomly spawns.
Me?
No, Jeff. That's-
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, like in video games, when you randomly spawn on the map, that's
Oh, yeah. 100%.
so strange.
No influence.
So strange.
Awesome.
All right.
Oh, I should think Streets of Wellness. I gotta tell them about the cops.
Yeah, go watch. Hello, lovely. Hi, Dee Dee.
I don't get what he does that.
Pardon me?
No, I just don't get why.
You don't get what?
It's not really.
Woo! All right, be safe. 18. I think 16. Definitely calling a plant. Yeah. What happened to Borat? Is he ever come back? I don't know Borat. Yeah, I got the thing about Mark. Okay, afternoon, everyone. Hi, Sophie. That's so cute afternoon. It's dark here. Sophie, fake confidential Chris is working the leads tonight. Yeah, just so you know, because he's here live. So if he comes on my chat, then we know who it is. Hey, everybody. Well, it's nice out here. It's a little chilly. I'm glad I brought my jacket. Good afternoon, Tori, Sophie, and Chad from Australia. Oh, good. There's a fake Tory tonight too. Where? Where's the fake Tory? Janelle, you have to tell me where, in what thread,
Wow.
and report it. If there is a fake Tory and you know it's fake, I want you to report it to YouTube and let them know. Okay. It's me, Jane. I believe Stacy is still alive. Of course she is, and remains quiet. Tori has spoken to this when previously asked. It would be great to hear from her again. If I had more to say, I would, but I really don't. You know, I just don't. Hi, everyone. I've missed lots of love. I mean, I can talk about it a little bit, but it's going to be from my, when I escaped out. That's mainly when I knew her for a short time. And then, she kind of went on her own.
Where did?
You going to walk around?
Yeah, it's but I'm not gonna go for that.
They're walking down the street. They're going to see the awning eyelashes lady. She's not?
No.
Oh, that's what they're looking
That's what they're looking for?
for. Yeah,
Oh, are you gonna stay right there? You gonna come?
I'm gonna stay.
Stay right there. Okay, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think when Bob died, that was it for her. POA is driving and streaming right now. I worry about him streaming and driving. I do. I really do. Sophie, only because I really think it takes a quite a bit of attention to communicate, to do streaming, to answer questions. I think you'd be better to pull over and do some and then drive a bit. Anyway, Stacy did a lot of work and she deserves a life to live life now. Very true. Her husband, Robert Von Young, used to call me every night. And he said to me, Tori, this is like a relay race. So you run it as long as you can, and then you just pass on the baton. That's it. So when you're done,
I'm gonna go ahead and go.
what happened?
I'm gonna go ahead and go.
Oh, you are?
I haven't eaten anything. I need to eat something.
Okay.
I haven't drank anything.
Well, just eat on the corner.
No, I gotta go. I gotta go feed my kitty eat too.
Okay.
I haven't she hasn't eaten anything since I left the house.
Well, good seeing you.
Good to see you, honey.
All
Sorry
right.
that happened to you.
Huh?
Sorry that happened to you with that eyelash lady.
Oh, it's
I was
okay.
watching Jessica's live.
I know.
That happened.
She was pretty crazy.
No, she's like I wasn't here.
And especially me. It's like,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, eyelash lady. I love that awning eyelashes. Scrolls are not welcome, friendly, or not. Thank you, Sophie. Same thing, Tori, was a Tory-Christman webpage, and he was lying about me because
last night I couldn't tell because I thought I heard him say something right in the beginning about me and filming, but I couldn't tell, and it was quick.
Care about that because
No, I know. I just want to make sure he knew I knew he was
Yeah.
physical security told him in Dago. I thought that much.
yeah.
That's
what I did word.
sorry.
You're okay.
I said a penguin.
That guy is a neighbor, right? Did you see the
Yeah.
guy with the dog?
no.
Oh my god.
I,
He was
I, mean,
there for like
I
5
saw him,
minutes.
but I saw him. He went by.
Yeah, so he's a neighbor, and the security was trying to tell him that even he couldn't pass
Oh,
through it.
Jesus. They are so insane.
Yeah.
They've come on my site, neighbors, and said, they're really pissed off. The neighborhood is pissed off about all these stupid boxers.
Yeah.
They need to go, to community things and stuff. Yeah.
Neighborhood council.
Yeah, the neighborhood
City
council.
council,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And talk to them because nothing's going to happen. Scientology is not going to end unless, I really think we really need to go. This is my theory, but
Go up.
I've done it twice and it's worked. Yeah, go up blind,
Oh,
and carbon copying it to everybody.
yeah.
I've
We
done
gotta
it
email the
twice.
president.
Yeah, I did. And I got my 3 checks.
Yeah.
But I know that part of it was because I said, we'll take over. If they can't handle it, I've got 50 friends who are out of work because of our age.
Yeah.
So we'll take it over. And I know they went, send her the checks. So then the senator sent me a letter with her stationery and everything saying, if you're Tory, here's your check. Please don't ever write the president again.
I think when I was in high school, we were all made to email, no, not email, to send a letter to the president.
Yeah, right.
In, like high school.
Yeah.
I don't think they responded to many.
No.
But also like high school, right?
They didn't respond to mine, but the senator did.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing. You have to carbon copy it. But that's what we need to do is really go higher up because the city council here can't do anything. They've already proven that. LAPD are in with Scientology. So it's kind of like someone higher up needs to really investigate.
What's going on with do you know about the Clearwater situation that the city's trying to like get back their properties and like the Scientology all over the place?
In
Something
fact,
like
what property?
that. What up?
Oh, you mean the buildings?
Yeah, free the cars.
Who is that?
There's Tony.
Who is it?
There's Tony.
Tony who?
Tony. Who's just a local neighbor?
Oh, he's a local.
Yeah.
That's so cute. You know them all.
Yeah.
So now, they're trying to take back the school. They
Something
can't
like
take the
that. That's what I'm
Scientology
asking.
buildings. No way.
I'm trying to ask the chat. The chat probably know more than me.
Hello. Hello. Cute dog.
There's a fake Chris on my chat. Apparently, the chat likes him.
On your
The-
own
the-
channel?
Yeah, but I think my chat likes him, so things that would happen here.
You're like the away with the trolls. Like, I like them.
Yeah, I leave him. We actually like him. I think.
That's funny.
So
Well, see
these
that-
people come back like around this time, right? Around 10. No, I don't feel like sitting down. I was
They come back when?
around 10 p.m. Right? We'll start seeing
10 or
fights.
10:30.
10:30, and they get
Well,
dropped
it's
off.
what night is tonight? Tuesday. So see, it's getting close. Wednesday night is their big night because Thursday before their stats have to be turned in.
Right now they're in a rush for everything. So that's good we're here. Who's considered higher? So is the security then like the Seahawks that are inside, and then like the gardeners is like bottom, or who's at the bottom?
Of Scientology?
Yeah. The people are doing all the labor, I would think, right? So like the gardener here.
But see, they all have their own departments. So it's sort of like they're called estates.
State.
So they have to make everyone feel important. But or otherwise you would be just a gardener. You see what I mean? And then it would be like, fuck, I'm making $35 a week. I'm out of here. But no, you're Chris, you're in charge of estates. We need you. You've got to really make it beautiful so people come here to Scientology. And you're like, oh, really? It's sort of like your feathers fluff up and
They paint a pretty picture.
yeah. And
That's
they
great.
just keep fluffing your feathers until you're like, okay, I'm out. And they're like, good.
If you
got
even
it.
make it out.
Huh?
If you even make it out.
No, I'm not saying out. I'm talking about in with them making sure that you're really on post. See, like, let's say you're there and you go, I just feel like I'm just a gardener. And they're like, really? When did that start? And
They'll make it seem like you're the problem.
yeah, it's like, what happened? Who did you talk to?
That's horrible.
Well, not necessarily, because sometimes it might be, your mother might say, it's a gardener there. Why don't you just leave? It's not impossible. So they try to go, no, wait a second. You are not just a gardener. You, Chris, are in charge of estates. And estates is not just the complex. It is HGV, the testing center, they have all this shit, or however they want to rope it. But let's say you say, no, the complex is enough. I can't take any more than that. Okay, then you're in charge of the complex, but it has to look beautiful every day. And to the degree people are coming in, Chris, we're counting on you. That's why they're coming in, because it's beautiful. They're just full of shit. You know what I mean? But that's how they do it. And they just keep doing that with people. And they find what you're interested in. And then they go, you would be perfect for this. And you're like, really? Because it's something you already like.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, you'd be great at it. And you're like, really? And you'll be helping people too.
Sad.
So a lot of these people really think they're helping people.
They all got limbs too, especially like the gardeners and stuff. They all. Why is that? Do they like? Is it
They all have
they
libs. You
eat?
mean liberties?
Limp?
Oh, they limp?
Their feet, yeah.
I think they're getting old.
Even the young ones, so like at the
Really?
at the recruiting center,
Wow.
seals like limp. Maybe because they work so much. I mean,
Probably.
there's
And you
no
got to
way
be
your
careful
body-
as a man. You can't let, like my neighbor, he worked just at a regular business,
Mhm.
but they gave him all these heavy things to lift and stuff, and now he can't use his arms for the
Oh,
rest of his life.
Yeah, sometimes you also hurt your back and then you can't even move.
Yeah, so
That's
you have to
worse.
be careful and just go, I can do this. No, I can't do that.
So I like this people.
I like your earrings. Let me show. I
I've
got
not even bringing it up.
look
Maybe
at.
because the haircut.
Oh, you got your hair cut?
Yeah, like this week. Last week.
Yeah,
Everybody's
nice.
bringing up the
it's your summer do. See,
summer do.
you got your summer do.
You're gonna get your hair shorter, you said.
Yeah, my summer do. Because it's too hot. My hair is way too thick
Too thick?
to keep it long like this.
Yeah.
You know, around my neck and stuff. You know, in the summertime. It's just- So I'm just gonna have 'em- It'll be like this. It'll be like more like this. People, you might not like it, but I don't care. Cool.
Did you get called insecure too when the guy came?
No, because I was talking to him. See, when you
Yeah, I was
yell
talking
at
to
people,
you.
no, you were yelling at him.
At this guy? I was
Yeah.
not yelling at him.
The guy that everybody was yelling at.
Yeah, I was not yelling. I don't think
Okay.
I was.
Well,
Did I
when
yell?
you were
Yeah.
in the group of people that were yelling,
Yeah, yeah.
so it's sort of like this.
I was just smiling. I was just smiling.
Yeah,
I have a big
so
smile.
he just figures, okay, you're with him.
I'm an op. Yeah.
But for me, I heard everybody yelling. I know how that feels. So I said,
Yeah.
come on over. I
I
said,
know.
are you a Scientologist? And he said, no. And I said, okay. So what's your jam? Like, what's up?
So what are you then?
What are you doing here? You know? And he said, I don't know what he said, but it was something like, does he live in the neighborhood?
I guess you don't live too far.
Yeah, I think he's part of the neighborhood. So,
Oh, he drives here, I think.
oh, really?
Yeah.
But I think,
Mm.
you know, who knows? He's not with Scientology, though. I can tell from just looking at
Yeah.
him talking to him.
But it's still a little weird.
He is weird.
Tory.
Yes. Why is that funny?
That's hilarious how it came out.
Huh?
That's hilarious.
Why?
It was just funny. The whole chat's gonna read it.
Huh?
The whole chat is gonna be laughing. He's weird.
Well, he
He just
is.
came out of nowhere.
I mean, it isn't like he's Mr. Normal or nobody would be yelling at him. I didn't quite get what the yelling thing was.
I don't even know you too.
You don't either?
No. Look at Kelly.
Who was it? I think it was Solomon who really was pissed. I mean, he just kept screaming at him.
Oh, that was earlier though. Did you see that? Oh yeah, because they had a previous conversation over there, so
Oh.
it had already built
Oh.
something up.
Oh.
I wasn't there though. I was just getting here.
Oh,
I got to be a part of it too. I guess.
and what happened before? You don't know.
What happened before?
Mm-hmm. You don't have to stay here with me though. Just so you know, you can if you want to go.
No, I don't want to. I do want to take a spin, but it's fine.
Go take
I'm
a
sure people will
go
come
take
back.
a spin because then you'll be with them.
No, I don't want to leave you alone either here. No, it's cool.
What you think they're gonna come attack me?
No, I don't want you to be alone.
I have my whole group. I can answer these
Yeah,
guys.
then you're gonna be alone. You can still do it. You know what I mean?
I'm never alone.
I'm never alone either.
I know. That's why we're
I'm
happy.
just here. I knew you were gonna come.
I know. I'm glad you came.
no,
I didn't know. I felt a little bad. I thought maybe you were on your way home.
no. Because people will cancel me damn near. I say I'm gonna show up, and then I don't show up.
Oh, you said you were.
Yeah.
Oh.
And people are gonna be like, "Chris, you sad."
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Leg.
They want me here all day, Tori.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, they want me here all day.
No,
Yeah.
tell them to come.
Tell
Find out
them
how
to-
many of them are here in LA. Tell them to come down.
They like me. I don't know. They like me.
But you can do shifts.
Huh?
You can do shifts with the guys from LA.
From this people, yeah. I was the first one here today, so I think that also makes more people want to come. They're like, oh, he's out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. It's a
Yeah.
big push.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always checking. I really like somebody being here like every time of the day.
That's why I was
But
saying we should figure out who's here in LA. Like
Yeah.
Kelly's here in LA now, right?
Yeah.
And me, you, is Chris without a
No, he don't be coming.
he's not coming.
He don't be coming.
That pisses me off. I thought he was coming back. Well, we got Jessica Streets, but they're always busy. Why?
Everybody's busy nowadays.
Jake Confident is working the feeds tonight. What did you say? Everybody's busy?
You see that? Ooh. Everybody's busy now.
Everybody's busy. All right,
Yeah,
good.
bunk bed.
Thank you, Marcia Smith.
Yeah.
Talk to Hollywood Oddjob.
Hollywood Dodgers in your chat. Look at that.
No, Jeff tried to get her to walk through a block. Oh yeah, I saw that where he pushed her. Jeff pushed her,
Push
and-
who?
Aja, and into the, it was like,
He pushed her?
yeah,
Oh, I did not see that. I
that's
don't
what they
think so.
said, into a blocked off area at Scientology and lied about taking pictures of her. These guys are creepy.
Yeah.
Chris is so sweet. I want my sons to be just like him. I know everybody loves Chris.
Everybody. All of a sudden. All of a sudden.
Chris is such a sweetheart with Tori. I love it. Tori is a big girl. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I am. That's why I've done so much shit.
You done so much shit?
Yeah, I have in my lifetime. If I sat down with you and told you my life, you would not believe it.
Yeah. Just mostly, what do you think the most exciting part is? Like with the Scientologists or without the.
Oh, no.
Is it fun?
No, the most exciting thing for me was Haight Ashbury.
Haight Ashbury?
Yeah.
What is
Don't tell me you don't know what that is.
that? No, I'm like
Oh my God. I
out of
just
touch
met
with
someone.
reality.
Haight Ashbury was in the 60s,
Uh-huh.
before you were born,
Uh-huh.
but it was it's up in San Francisco. It's a section of San Francisco called Haight Ashbury. And you've seen the signs probably where it says Haight and Ashbury, right?
Haight and Ashbury?
Haight,
Haight?
Ashbury. Ashbury.
Ashbury?
Yeah.
Haight Ashbury.
Haight Ashbury.
Was that another quote or?
No, it was a huge, the Rolling Stones were there and the Grateful Dead and,
Okay.
Janis Joplin and all these musicians and artists. And it was
Okay.
just like a huge, almost like a renaissance from France when that happened.
Okay.
That's how Haight Ashbury was in the 60s. So it was just great to be there. I was in college, left college to go to New York, left New York to go to the Summer of Love, which was in Haight Ashbury.
Uh-huh.
And you need to learn about it. Go Google it. There's all kinds of.
What happened though? What's so
We
significant?
partied.
Oh, you
We
guys partied.
partied, and we fought the Vietnam War.
Oh.
We picked the
Is that
Vietnam.
him, bro?
Who is this?
It might be-
Who is it?
It might be him coming back. I
Who's
think he's so
him?
successful. Jeff guy.
Well, don't have him hit my car. Make sure he doesn't hit my car.
We already got his plate for him.
Ah!
Hits and runs. Hits and runs are not a.
But you think, oh, Jeff, the guy that's weird, just so I know?
I don't know. I was trying to figure it out.
I don't think so. We'll see
Sure.
who it is. All right, here's the white guy that we're talking about. There
He
he,
might be good. He does drive away. I think
Here
he
he is
drives a car
calling
away.
us. He's weird. He's
He's just walking.
They think it's a parking spot.
What'd you say?
Yeah, they think it's a parking
They thought
spot.
it was a parking spot.
Well, they probably-
I should
should
use
be.
my car because they do like calling parking enforcement on.
I don't think they'll come.
Oh, they did the other night. They will for me, not public.
Why won't they for me?
I don't know. I have
It's
another
okay, wait.
theory that they just don't pull the same shit on the people that have info about them.
See, yeah, here's the thing. I would say to him, look, the red things
Free the
are
car.
painted by them. They're not by the city.
These ones are as
Yeah.
well. You think? Oh, for,
Do you see any city sign?
well, no, but I don't look. I don't read signs.
I know, but
very
I'm
well.
just saying, look
Thank you.
around.
Okay, thank you for
There are
saying
no,
that.
parking
That about
meters.
some of the
the other
others.
side, there's sign.
Right.
But this side, there's no sign. So that's why I think,
I thought they had done all of them, but I thought this one was it because it
This
was
should
the
also be
entryway.
parking.
no.
No, I mean, it doesn't matter if it's an entryway or not. It's not a freaking driveway.
No, I thought the red zone was for fire trucks because of the front door of the building. I just assumed. I made an ask.
But wouldn't they have a sign here if that was true?
Well, maybe, yeah.
And the parking.
I don't
ticket is
think
only like
Maybe.
It's all
even if
four.
you put-
It's all four. That's a fire truck. Maybe. Look at.
It's not that much.
Hi, Louise.
It's not that much.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, you wanted the whole truck.
And then Ash came out.
I thought it needed like a water.
Now, what does that mean? It came out.
Because of the front end. I just made an assumption. I'm calling out my assumption. I made
How'd
a
it go?
mistake.
Oh, go for it.
Pardon me?
One of them-
She's not here?
You wanted action.
Was she?
Nah, they want-
Is she here? Is she here?
Ooh.
Eyelashes.
No.
She's not here? They got rid of her. I kind of had a feeling after that night they would get rid of her.
There's no reason for them to be here now.
What do you mean?
Plus, they're exposed though. They can't block the sidewalk. I don't like the curtain. The curtain needs to be.
But didn't they change the permit? That's what I heard. They changed the permit, so
I
it's,
haven't seen them. Online, I
look online.
No. Yeah.
It wasn't
it's down
changed?
to maintenance till the
So they
20th.
just lied and said that they changed.
It looks like a lie, big lie. There were like
What's up?
three.
What you-
So, right?
My mama.
How you doing?
I wanted to tell you a little, by the way, I love what you're doing, freeing the cars.
Yeah.
So I want to tell you why the hospital signs say until 4.
They should say it's a 7.
They should, but what they're doing, the reason those signs are there is because Kaiser is paying the city to block off that sidewalk.
Yeah.
For parking. They want their people to be able to park there.
Up on that, up on
At Sunset, yeah.
But my friend used to work at Kaiser and he told me, you know why the parking lot's always full?
Why is that?
Because they made a deal with Scientology, they could park there.
No, he's talking about the sunset.
It is at Sunset.
You're right.
Yeah.
They did allow, starting during COVID, they did allow
Kaiser.
nurses and stuff
Right.
to
Gone through at least like
Right.
2 dozen.
mostly because the church was kind of closed during COVID, so they had
Right.
empty parking lot.
And the church wanted it to look like they were busy.
They want to be nice.
Right.
Yeah.
No, they didn't want to be nice.
Well, they wanted to see.
Trust me on that.
Okay.
It is because they want.
So anyways, so that no parking,
Yeah.
I'm pissed about. And I've written Hugo many times saying, you just can't let, otherwise, can you guys work a deal with the city that you could just buy up all of the parking spots?
It'll be a hard fight.
But it shouldn't be a fight. If you're gonna let the hospital do it, you should let anybody just pay for it. So I was like, Hugo, don't let people pay for public parking meters. That's preferential. That's wrong. Also, they're a gazillion-dollar hospital.
Yeah.
Build some parking. If parking's your problem, build some
They have
parking.
valet though. I mean, it's money.
They got parking there. They got parking there. They're buying the lines. Yeah, they've got, but they still need more. So anyhow, that's why it ends at 4, because they know that they can pay after 4 because after 4 is towing.
Yeah.
So that's why those signs are confusing and why you're doing beautiful work.
God's word, right?
What's that?
God's word. Dino's word.
You are.
Yeah. And I think I could also put a sign under those officials.
Yeah. But the problem is because over here when Safi's opened, we were trying to put up signs on this street to tell people don't park there after 6. Because as Zach had showed, you're gonna get a ticket. You don't have a. But people don't read the signs and they don't understand the signs. And even if you did put a sign on Sunset, now there's 3 signs. And they're like, which one it is? Which one is it? So that's why the human element of you out
All
there.
you have to do, all you have to do is walk 500.
You probably saved just today. 'Cause I watched a little bit today. Yeah, and that's like $300.
Yeah, but they
All
still
the
come.
rumors would be fixed. By that.
Also,
I was actually about to just make a whole video about
so
skipping.
it's like a win-win.
My favorite was the motorcycle guy,
Yeah.
the black guy,
He says.
because he was like so relieved. Because he thought he was in the clear.
Yeah. They all
Not in
He
the clear.
said last you knew was 400 days, but you won.
Great work. I don't know really what this is.
We got the highest.
Other
payout.
than, well, I think it comes down to Hugo,
Okay.
because the other thing that I want Hugo to do is just knock it off with the towing after 4. 'Cause it's not.
What will he do?
This street is crazy.
Matt says we got paid 400.
That one is
Okay, each time.
super.
No, wait.
Swap it out.
For $400,000, you will do what?
Quit protesting. on it.
I already received it.
I quit
Oh, La
protesting.
Poubelle. That's good.
Yes.
That's good. I thought you meant
The
get rid
car.
of protesting altogether.
I get a ticket.
I was like, no.
I'm just gonna start protesting every random.
So let's say there's 10 cars.
And get for 400
Yep.
K and get. just
Two total
And get a flyer.
Yep.
And give it to
It's
him
like-
with the phone number on it.
Protesters will pay up.
It takes you too long to dump the cars and come back and.
You're like driving come back. They just want a full load and pretty much.
Yeah, I've seen some flatbed tow
She'd
trucks
probably
where they
pay
get
it.
like 3 cars in there.
I,
400K each.
I think it's terrible.
You know, not
Because
each,
people are visiting.
each meaning what?
Protest
They don't know, and they're not.
Like
that place.
65K for the others.
No, I thought he just meant for him.
But
No, we got the highest payouts.
they should not.
I'm in the sound.
That's everybody's street,
No.
not just theirs. But my big gripe is,
think
you
he
know,
said
Hugo lives right.
125K from Prince Law,
So I'm like, Hugo,
65K
you know
from.
better than anyone how not busy.
You got 65K from the restaurant down the street.
I also.
Yeah, the one that was down the street.
It's still big. It's way crowded.
No, 125 plus 65 for the, for some reason.
That's all I'm saying. If I was,
It was, it was still
I would
65K
say
for a break.
no towing. Part of that
It's
hospital.
100,000.
Still, it's actually.
No, they can't. Listen,
Well, that's what
Burns
he
is not
said.
gonna know. They're getting 65.
I've never
I want
seen
100,000.
But that's why he said he asked for more money. He
So-
said he wants to see the agreement of how much. it is.
Also,
I don't
who's
know.
up being people?
Who's getting
They're not trying to
65K?
be jerks.
Hold on, 65K.
You guys
each
want
from Burns.
100,000?
Beautifully pointed out is they're confused. They see the
I'm
sign
there.
Was it? Is it Gelson's?
and they're like, I'm good.
Yeah, they're gonna have to.
They're gonna have to pay. it.
They're gonna have to pay.
Yeah, I went to
The ice cream shop too. All of them.
Ice cream.
Yes, I mean,
I like them.
But.
But
it's
listen,
funny.
Somebody's
It's that-
feet is really-
Not the ice cream shop.
No, I'm sorry. We have to. But we
But
have
I've
no
been to
choice.
a few
We cannot
where-
have the president. All, every
Charge
place.
everyone 400.
like
I mean,
amateur hour.
for real.
I got that 400K and I'm still driving.
400,000. You gotta keep your plate.
Hardly ever.
Will's still
You gotta
driving a
keep your
scooter
plates,
after
that's
that
all.
400K.
I mean, their heart's in the right
No
place,
upgrade yet.
but,
He's gonna be on a moped and no time.
well, they don't because they don't get taken seriously either.
He's gonna be talking.
I need.
So when they go to the actual city and they say, hey, we want
Plus
these things,
interest.
they don't get a lot of things
This guy is
their way either.
We need
That's
to
your
find
friend,
somebody.
right?
From Australia.
That's why I'm running for me.
With them all the time.
Oh, I'm not somebody.
If you,
All right.
Oh.
if you ran, if any of you guys ran, we could be.
He just talks.
Yes.
Just talks.
You know how few votes it takes to win city council seat?
Uh-huh.
8,000 votes.
What gives the dynamics of the county with the program?
Demographics? You are Solomon. How are you? Good. I'm Tony. Nice to meet you. I always see you on this. Yeah. This is yours. You don't like this.
Don't swap me, guys.
I've been trying to get William to buy his own scooter.
No, I said I'd be roasting like crazy.
That's a bad
One's
idea.
only for $400.
It's
It's
like-
offering.
You can't tell this man what to do. I laugh during those tents over here. You're like, okay, William, so you gonna sleep in the tents tonight? He's like, I'm 157 years old. I ain't sleeping in no tent.
Amen.
But anyways, love what you're doing, bro. You keep it up.
Now the bike with the basket on the other hand.
Good meeting.
That, I think.
What was your name?
Tori.
Tori, I'm Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's your story?
I am an Uber driver and a podcaster. One of my first interviews ever on my podcast was with William about 3 years ago,
Oh,
and he helped my podcast blow up
yeah,
because he was he was he was still William back then,
yeah,
but he didn't have the audience yet
right.
that he has today. But he acted as if he did.
Yes,
He acted as if, I'll put it this way, he didn't need a fucking audience.
Right.
Pardon me.
he is an audience.
He is truth,
Yeah,
and truth is gonna win.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, unless some cop pulls you around the corner and pops you in the head, and then it's over.
that's true for all of us.
Yes, but I mean, he was poking the bear with them, and now he's poking the bear with this. I don't know any bigger bears than those two. Is there a bigger bear than those two?
I'll post it.
Putin?
I'll post it. Let's strangle it.
So I've got a new episode tomorrow, and then our man Ben Camacho's coming over tomorrow as a follow-up. Have you been following his deal with the
not.
city attorney?
No.
He released the photos of all, or he got the city to give him all the photos of the police. So you know when on Twitter
Do you
people
like the
take a
name
picture of a cop,
Right,
and then all of a sudden you have all this information.
right.
That was mine.
He
That would have
got
worked.
those pictures,
Wow,
and so the city then tried
Sounds
to
like a
sue him
streetwalker.
to get him
Right.
back.
right.
And he was
Do you
like,
send any snap streaks
he's
here?
like, I asked the city gave it. It's public information.
Wow.
I don't want
It's like if you ask for all the firemen or all the teachers. Hollywood.
You, you dog.
Do you, does he like the name Streets?
He told me he didn't. But then I saw it on his YouTube.
No, I think he likes it.
Well, I think people know him as that now. And you can't, like, when the people give you a nickname, you can't really say, I'm not Lefty.
Well, I call him Billy.
There you go, two honks.
Are you feeling better about the nickname now?
Not my preferred nickname.
What's your
People
preferred nickname?
who mess
We
with
could
me,
switch this
like
up.
people who know me, when they see me, like Richie sees me,
Yeah.
like Streets, he knows.
Yeah, oh, but he's a joker.
Yeah, I know, but that's
Yeah.
But what's your favorite?
I don't want to shit on it.
What's your favorite nickname?
Film the police LA.
Oh, really?
Guys, from now on,
1000%.
from now on, chat.
Oh, now I'm calling him Streets. I never called you that one.
That's how I like to call people too, whatever their handle is. So like Cat with News, or what was
I prefer William. No, that's what I prefer. But
all right.
people just know me as.
Oh, Hellcat. I loved Hellcat's name.
Yeah, I like Hellcat too.
That was a
It
good
was
name.
long. You guys just chose whatever.
Huh?
What?
It was long. You didn't say call me Hellcat either.
He didn't?
It was without a Hellcat.
Yeah.
But he
Right.
said Chris without a
There's too
Hellcat.
many
That was his
Chris's.
name. That's what I asked him what's his name, and he said Chris without a Hellcat.
You got tanned. You look tanner in real life than on TV.
Straight out on TV.
That's where I watch.
Yeah.
I have my Roku hooked up.
You do look tan.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to get on Will's level.
The episode that I liked of yours, Jessica, was when you went out to the desert.
Yeah, that was fun.
Is that over? I heard that Zach got swatted.
Oh god,
That-
don't start. We're gonna that fucking thing.
I thought it was
Oh
over.
my god, that guy is fucking out of his mind. Dude. Don't bring-
Zach was on my podcast too.
Yeah, I don't know why you platform that asshole.
All right, so
Before.
No, you see now, though. Don't put him on there.
My
Oh,
sources
guys.
are telling me you're
I know again.
My sources are telling me you're helping them.
That's why I love when you said my
That's harboring a
my
fugitive.
investigative
Why are you
journalism. say it
harboring
too.
a fugitive?
My investigative journalism is telling me this and that.
That's more like harboring a fugitive.
Voices in his head.
I thought
Committed
Zach had finally found his group, but he did not find his group.
and as my dad used to
These
say,
guys are
and you don't get paid to think.
This group is just the people in it.
Which is so it's funny because all these
People
people's
sharing
chats
in the back
hate me,
seat.
and they hate me because I ask a lot of questions.
They
And
don't
they're like,
hate
why do you ask so many questions? But to your dad's point, I don't know shit until I ask.
Right.
So I ask and you tell me. So then I learn. So what's your handle on
Tory, which is Tory, not I.
okay?
Magoo, Magoo, in honor of my dad, because I used to call him Mr. Magoo because he had little tiny eyes like us.
These young people don't know. Do you guys know Mr. Magoo?
And I know they don't.
No.
Anyway, Anyway, and 44, which was his football number, he's in the Football Hall of Fame. So there you go. So in honor of him, he died when I was 22.
What football team was he on?
Chicago Cardinals, before you were born, probably.
Are you from Chicago?
Yeah.
You see this?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the Cardinals turned into the Bears.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they actually
Or did they move
no,
down to
they
St.
moved.
Louis?
They went to
That's
St.
right.
Louis,
That's
and now they were the Phoenix Cardinals,
Then
and
they
now
turned-
they're the Arizona Cardinals.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can type in Paul Christman. That's his name, and he's on a whole
Crispin.
Christman, like Christ man. But it's not my brother who's the author, and he's Paul Christman Jr. But you have to look for the football player. Just look for 44.
So was he a fullback?
No, he's a quarterback.
He gave quarterbacks 44s. Did he play at Wrigley Field?
I think I'm not so great at that too.
Maybe it was like the precursor to Wrigley Field.
Yeah,
Like it was some other field.
yeah, I'm not sure. It's on the internet. I just forget it all the time.
What was that?
I know.
Wow.
Where did you live in Chicago?
I lived in the suburbs.
Me too.
Schaumburg.
Park Ridge.
What? Maine East?
Maine East.
Hey!
Say, outfit of the day.
Oh, you want my fit? My fit?
Outfit of the day. Yeah. Starting with
Okay, I went to UC Santa Barbara, so I'm the Gauchos. Why is he laughing at me?
Look at this.
This is the guy talking. He's from went to my high school.
Dad shoes?
Those are grandpa.
New Balances are definitely dad shoes. Definitely dad shoes. People usually mess with my socks because they rarely match. Today we got lucky and they matched. But these are swim trunks.
jeans.
In case
Those
somebody
are
invites me.
swim from?
In case somebody invites me to a hot tub. Yeah, maybe I'll go to your hot tub. Ready?
Are you a dad?
These are the gauchos.
Are
The
you a dad?
Gauchos. Am I a dad?
Yeah, I think you're ready.
Oh, I've got the dad look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm old enough to be a grandpa. And so which hat we got? We got the Jackie Robinson.
So you went to Maine East?
No. I dated a girl.
Oh, from Maine East.
And I've got a good friend in Park Ridge whose kids are now going to Maine.
That is a great
I
town.
thought that was a gallon of milk in your hand. I swear to God.
That's Burrito from my family over there.
You thought what?
I'm just gonna drink a gallon of milk.
That's why he said he's not a dad. Because look,
Where's the milk? Where's the milk?
I go home and want some milk.
And you're
You're
did you forget to bring back the milk already?
Will over here like has a giggle said.
Bro, okay,
What are you guys talking about?
He's being
he forgot the milk already.
I forgot the milk.
You see, he forgot the milk. When are you gonna get the milk? What?
Sound like what are you doing? Sound like he went to neighborhood
Guys are
council
crazy.
meeting.
Oh my God.
How
So
are you?
You see him speak. He went to neighborhood council meeting.
he went the other day.
Gave him speak.
I
You did?
dealer 44. All right.
Oh, easy to do, right?
You're rubbing off on people in good ways, man. My man over here is going to the neighborhood council meetings.
Reason
You were
you're
there?
okay.
Huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
good. It's
Raymond
Reason.
Arja and,
Cool.
Aja
I hope she's
Amadeo.
okay.
Audit had to be there. Right?
yeah, Andrew was
You can call me Reese if you want.
it seemed really boring to me. I
It helps
turned it
to
off.
talk to people.
Those are
I miss it.
Hugo's, those are Hugo's people.
Oh, are they?
East Hollywood
Anybody.
Neighborhood Council. It's all TSALA. You know how I feel about them.
I-
When I'm done. When I'm done. I told them.
Tory,
I hurt them
Tony.
hard 2 years ago when I had that huge fight. I hurt them bad.
At the Robinson
Tory.
space, that
If
They
you're
used to
talking
have
about me, I'm Tory.
Remember?
I'm not
Tory.
there anymore.
Tony Pierce.
Hotel.
is host. Okay, so and this is Tony.
Some little roach ones. No, little.
this Hollywood hotel over there.
I thought.
Yeah,
but it
That's
could
where it
be.
used to be before
It could
moved
be.
to Robinson.
Yeah.
Now it's back.
Could be, but he's from Chicago, so that gives him a little
Did
point.
they call cops on you guys?
Also, it's so
Well, he's-
losing in this game, it doesn't really matter.
They sat there and cut off public comment before I could get my comment.
I'm not saying it's right for
Hugo was there, and it was right after he voted
I
against
am looking at
Jamie
Jamie.
York. He was trying to avoid. John Peltz was right there, not
He's
journalist.
like,
He asked him about it. He refused to answer. He didn't answer that.
Yeah.
He's not had
Exactly.
enough of that. He was
That's
just
what I
trying to
think.
skip out on him.
Yeah.
It's too-
And they
it's
all
too
knew.
easy
Every
to-
one of those assholes. Every one of those.
They just distract.
Yeah.
They all know. So I'm not
These
happy with
honest
them right
people
now.
don't
Yeah.
really
Especially
know
the way they
you.
go out.
and
Whoa.
they
You know
make
how I
all
feel
kind
about
of
these people.
assumptions.
I don't, my politics are way different than theirs, right?
But you
But there's some real ones. They're not like
Yes.
just phonies who don't actually go out there and do anything.
There's
That's
a
right.
bunch of leeches on everybody else's cars. That's all they
Yeah.
do. They show up at somebody else's cars.
Yeah,
and
it's
sign
true.
people up with
So
bullshit.
you're right.
Yeah.
And then they stamp them.
And Reese, it's
Every
very
last
true.
one.
You know, you have to,
So,
this
like,
is my new analogy. You have to
2 years
keep your fur
They know.
coat on.
Yeah.
I know that
Your
they're
fur coat,
financially.
I will
right
tell
now,
you
they're-
personally, and I
they're
talk
out.
to you.
Good.
And
You
I
gotta
got
keep it
the,
on.
when I asked people to send me.
Okay, let me
list of
switch this
everyone's
around to
families
these
or
guys.
these things.
So you can see
They're like,
that.
oh, you're adopted, whatever. You know what? I got 12 people send me. I have so much documentation on DSALA
Yeah.
that I haven't even opened up. They're sitting in emails. I never even looked.
Yeah.
They know I have the goods on them a million different ways. They're a corrupt organization.
So is that why Ground Game gave back
Ground
knock
Game is-
to
They didn't give back
Therese?
shit. They didn't give back shit.
They just started a new knock?
That's knock.org. Instead of knock.
Oh, so it's brand new.
DSLA. Yeah, they're just, no. They voted for him because they didn't want Mitchell Farrell. And
Right,
he came into office and he became Mitchell Farrell.
exactly. Almost overnight.
Immediately.
Yeah.
What's the difference between him and Mitchell Farrell? What's the difference? He took down
Mitch
the fence.
returns my calls. That's the difference. We stepped down with this guy.
And
He's
that's
terrible.
I'm not going to offend Mitchell Farrell. I went and roasted Mitchell Farrell right before the election.
Yes, you
Made
did.
him go on to Fox News and have to explain why he's not Nuri's boy.
Right.
Right after that,
Yeah,
easily, he was doing damage control.
yeah.
And they knew, all his staffers were out there. They knew it was over. They knew when it happened. The look on their face was like, man, it's over.
Yep.
Really? They knew it?
They knew it. They knew it was. They kept on saying, it's so unfortunate. So
Mitch had a phone survey where they asked like 100 questions, and I'm a fool. I pick up the phone when somebody calls me, and they asked all these questions like, "Do you know that Mitch is the only?"
No, that's not a poll, bro. That's a push poll.
It was baloney, is what it was.
Yeah, it's
And so they're like, "Do you know that he's the only gay member of council?" I was like, "Yep." Like, so you're still not going to vote for him? I thought you said you support LGBTQ, and I was like, "What does that have to do with representing?"
This is corrupt like
Yeah.
possible. If he stayed in another 4 years, he'd be facing and going to jail. So
You think so?
they all do. They
Yeah,
all do.
true.
Well, you're gonna wait till the day 6 years from now when you see Nithya Raman going to jail.
No.
That's what I'm saying. We're gonna end up there. They're all corrupt. Every one of the city
Do you
council
do
members.
you
Everyone.
think?
Who did I just roast the other day downtown? Curran Price. He went to a donor. He went to a
We're in
Joe Biden-
speakers
But he went to a Joe Biden function. They should have told him that you're not allowed in there.
and KDL.
And who was he walking right next to? John Lee,
Jo-
staffer B, who his boss before is in fucking went to jail, and he'll probably end up there too.
He should be going there.
They,
All right.
that's what I'm saying. City council, they're all corrupt.
Okay, so do you think these people are born bad like this?
No, never right.
Eunice is a piece of shit too.
But if my man ended up
But still-
eating Hugo,
Eunice sat there in my
That's right.
face, lying to my face, talking about I just want people. I had a whole,
she did say that?
Eunice is, I consider her a friend. And we sat there and we had a whole conversation about how she's gonna push
God,
things and
that's
she
right.
wants people to stand behind her and uplift her. And she's full of shit. She immediately went in there and sold out to the cops. Went and voted for, kept Chief Moore. She sent me a message. I saw a roast her about not speaking about
Okay.
Chief Moore,
Yeah.
covering up sexual harassment.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And she
okay.
sent me a message.
Wait, what?
She's like, oh, fam. She always comes to that fam thing. Oh, fam. My mom has COVID, so I haven't been in the office. But once I get back to the office, I'm going to put out a press release, condemning
Oh.
Chief Moore. She never did. A year and a half later, nothing.
I heard that a lot of times they're hoping that they can get the.
She immediately, no, I already know what her deal is. Before she even took office, she had a whole meeting with Hilda Solis to push the counties what Hilda Solis wants. That's when she got her fucking nonprofit, La Defensa. Got them the contract, or was working on a contract with Accenture.
Yeah.
Accenture.
The worst.
We're talking about Arthur Anderson, Enron's account,
Yeah.
and you started working with them to handle pretrial release. They didn't tell anybody about it until I called them out on it, and then
Mhm.
now it's. But is anybody even fighting to end that contract?
Right.
Shouldn't Eunice be doing that?
Absolutely.
She's full of crap.
Well, yes.
All politics. Nothing about
So how do you feel
Scientology.
about Isabel? Who's going to beat KDL in
We'll see.
14?
I don't know. I don't know nothing about it. I know she's in DSALN. No, I don't know anything.
I spent an hour and a half on my podcast for you. You're my audience.
No,
You're busy.
What do you think about Scientology?
I'd
You
love
know-
for her to win over KDL. Yes, I don't deal with DSA. I don't trust anybody from DSAOA. I'm gonna fucking end that organization. I told them that before, and they know it.
I mean, they're on their last legs.
I'm gonna told you I'm gonna end them.
Because, but this is why.
If I had this a few more months and they were done.
Right.
If I had other things to move on to, I felt like they were done. I knew they were negative in cash flow. They were hurting. I told people, if I find out you're in DSALA, you're fucking giving dues to you, I'm gonna fucking come after you too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they've been, I walked away from 2 years, they've been hurting. Right?
Yeah.
But now they're starting to feel themselves, talking shit about.
They are talking
So
shit.
It's a lot of shit. So I'm gonna put them in their fucking place. Go
Good.
ahead, but let DSALA fight it.
Yeah.
They're not gonna win.
Okay, thank you.
But here's what I'm saying about the SLA.
Thank you for
if I had
pointing
money-
this out.
And I
About
used
this
to
guy.
give them money. Why would I give them money now? They gave me Hugo, and Hugo didn't
They
end
gave you
up doing
nothing.
shit.
Well, then listen, they didn't give anybody anything. They latched on, right? No, they gave
Yeah.
you. They gave you. They latched on, and Nithya got elected because of George Floyd,
Yeah.
and she just
Yes.
used the activism around that.
And Bernie.
And then came in, right?
Yeah.
And then Eunice's. Honestly, Eunice's did it on her own.
She did.
People acted like no. Kenneth Mejia helped Eunice, just like
Okay.
Kenneth Mejia. Listen, Kenneth
But he
Mejia.
wasn't in power yet.
Kenneth Mejia's campaign.
And
got the most votes in
100%.
history.
Yes.
He's the one who
Disgusting.
set the narrative for that whole election.
Yeah, this
Mind
is
you,
nothing.
He's got elected in June,
Yeah.
but he was in it in June.
Yeah.
Kenneth Mejia pushed the election for everybody.
It-
So you
it
can
was-
sit there and say he wasn't in power. You're not paying attention.
Oh, but- Chris,
Go.
you could go.
I'm not
down
paying
there and
attention.
see.
You went.
I haven't smoked any weed today,
Huh?
sir.
No, I can't.
Hello.
Too long.
We're
Hey,
here. We're
we
not in
won't,
Gauntlet.
we won't bite you.
Well,
We might.
I haven't eaten my burrito yet.
Go eat your burrito.
When you go home, just promise us to throw those socks out.
Dude, what's in the socks?
To throw them out.
You sound like every girlfriend I've had. What should I wear? He's got black socks on. You bother him with those?
I think the socks are
Nike, and if they're black
but
Nike,
they're
high
not.
socks, fine.
They're not matching.
There you go.
I have to overpay for my socks to be
Well,
approved?
first off, the white's unacceptable.
Sock fetish.
Why is white unacceptable?
Because-
They're not even white though.
Yeah, they're all white. And
You're using some
They're
bleach on
eggshell.
that.
I need to bleach my socks?
Yes.
You need new socks. And you need
New
new shoes.
Even Maine East is telling me.
Shoes.
and no New Balance.
What's the nickname
Even
of
who?
Maine East.
Mayonnaise.
What was the nickname of your high school?
There's a donation.
Mayonnaise.
No, but who's the mascot?
I don't.
Get them
Like
the best.
Senator
I don't. The only person I know is Hillary
That's
Clinton
right.
and I were in the class council together. And,
Oh.
and it's and it's in the
You went to
yearbook.
school with Hillary?
we were in a
Did you know
class,
this?
we were in a special class council together. Yeah. And believe it or not, I was the treasurer, which is really funny.
And what
to
was
know
Hillary?
me. I think she was the president. She was always very, people always ask me, what was she like? And she was very focused.
She was
that
the
was
same
her
that,
thing. Yeah,
She came to Santa Barbara when Bill was running the first time.
right,
And I worked at the newspaper there.
right.
And everybody was so nervous to ask for a picture. But as you can see, I'm a fool. So I was like, Hillary. And this was way before digital cameras.
Yeah,
So I gave it to my buddy and I was like, can you take a picture of us?
yeah.
And so in a flannel, I'll pull it up because I dressed exactly the same. She was so nice. And I gotta say,
Say I'm hard on my
we got pitched by Jerry Brown, who I like. Jesse Jackson was very good. He came through. All these politicians came through.
Once you get like
He gave a 15-minute speech that was so good.
I heard it.
And we were like riled up.
Right,
Like we were ready to go.
right.
And I was like, she should run for something one day. And this is like 92.
I know, but that's what I think happened. They all thought, wait a minute, this chick is really good.
She was.
And they started spreading shit about her way back then. So by the time it came to election,
So sad.
yeah,
So sad.
it was, so she's smart. She knows her shit.
So was she like that as a kid?
What do you mean?
I'm so glad to hear that. I love Park Ridge. Park Ridge
Me
is,
too.
is like
I know,
the best of all the worlds.
I know, it's so,
Because you're close to the city, but it's
Yeah.
also a suburb.
I know.
And so, did you ever watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off? Jessica? Solomon?
What?
There's just ain't no chance Solomon watched
For,
this.
just because
Come
it's from
on.
Chicago. It was-
Are you from Chicago?
No,
Oh.
that's
I visited.
that was based in Chicago, wasn't
All the John Hughes movies were.
But I mean, that one was specifically.
Hello.
It's such a classic movie. They went to a Cubs game.
Listen, but you say classic movie, right? Were you?
We're testing socks tonight.
We're discussing socks.
You know I'm a weirdo.
Well, I mean, okay, well, fine. My point is
Oh.
Also, I'm old,
these
so
things
some
are
of them
40
were.
years old.
One step ahead of
That's true, but I
Yeah, you need new socks.
These are actually thicker socks. They're supposed to,
can't.
you know, stop blisters and all that, but.
Do you watch any 80s movies at all?
At least you
But
can't
he's,
say.
he's got
Pretty in Pink, Breakfast Club.
but he's got what? Just because they're not Nike.
I'm like, let me
Yeah.
scroll, let me just scroll already.
I'm not
Right here.
That's fine. No, no offense, but I'm not offended.
He's got a full down.
Oh. Wow.
Still watch the 80s?
But that was my era.
No.
That's, I mean, I
For sneakers,
in high
they
school
usually
then.
wear ankle socks.
They played the 80s everywhere. So.
No, he's not. You guys don't put things.
So anyhow, that was filmed in a
These
neighborhood.
guys are saying you're trying to find out everyone's passwords and where they're from and finding out information so you can give it to OSA. No.
And then what's Osa gonna do?
Your ankle because the ankle
Exactly.
socks get lower.
You know, it's like,
With this, and then
it's just, I don't think so. You have too crummy a sock.
Ankles, man.
I didn't get the 250 grand that everybody else got.
I'm kidding.
I only got
It's
100
just
grand.
because they're teasing you about your socks.
No, everybody. There's plenty of things to tease me about.
I
The socks, you can start with the socks.
know. We can start with the
Now
socks.
he's even talking about the color, the shade of the socks.
The shade is pretty
I think
bad.
we gotta do a sock upgrade. Take
So-
the sock to
So
the
one of my earlier interviews after William was
Let me see
the
your
bass player of this band called Suicidal Tendencies.
Oh, come
He's like this tough, mean-looking Mexican guy.
on.
And we were sitting there, and all of a sudden he's like, "What's going on with your socks?" I go, "My socks." I go, "We're talking about rock and roll here." He's like, "But I'm distracted, man. What's going on with these socks?" And I go, "You're from the punk rock era. Like, there's no uniform. Like, it's anti-everything. I'm supposed to fit into some box that you've got about my socks." He's like,
His toe's about to come out.
which is another reason the chat doesn't like me, is because I don't fit into a box.
Well,
No, so to answer your
don't
question about this church, I'm a Christian, as William has said, and William has said that I'm a little annoying as a Christian, and so I believe that you should love your neighbor, love everybody, and I live in this neighborhood, so I've done articles about
Just love them all except the child trafficker.
Well, I grew up as a Catholic. Did you grow up a Catholic too?
I did.
Yeah, and so our church is the worst of them all.
I know. I think this is worse.
No,
This one's way worse. With Catholics,
yeah,
here's the
they
difference.
just
With Catholics,
F the kids.
you can leave
Yeah,
anytime
right.
and you don't lose your friends.
That is
I
true.
left here.
Oh,
If,
you
if you speak out, I was in for 30 years.
Catholic church.
in this building?
What? All over.
I didn't know
Flag,
this.
Clearwater, everywhere, you name it. I was
Really?
there. Yeah.
When
Scientology's like a triangle. I was like at the top.
were you
And I
really?
woke up. Yeah.
Why did you choose to leave?
Because I saw the dark side of it. And it's fucking awful. And once you see some of the dark side of it, it was just like, I realized they were stopping free speech. And I thought, I can't support it.
Right.
I just can't.
When is there a movie out there that echoes what you saw?
Yeah, there's,
one.
yeah,
Like Going
going
Clear.
clear.
Is that one?
Yeah.
One that everybody should watch?
Yeah.
'Cause I only watch it to see the neighborhood.
Yeah, I know Spanky. She's one of my best friends. She's in Going Clear with John Travolta. She's in the beginning. But it's a really good, it was done by Alex Gibney, who's a very famous documentarian.
Why do celebrities like Travolta?
There aren't that many. It's just Scientology promotes it. Hubbard knew you get a celebrity in and people go, "Oh my God, Tom Cruise is in it. I'm joining." That's how it used to be in the
Yeah.
old days. It was just like you'd go, "Well, Tom Cruise is part of it," and they'd go, "All right, we'll go check it
The
out."
early influencers.
Yeah,
Influencer culture even back
yeah.
then.
But now it's like, no, it doesn't work, and a lot of the celebrities have left. So
Well, Leah has left. Did Beck leave?
Beck left a long time ago.
Because that's when I first moved here, and they said, "Want to talk about Scientology?" I was like, "Want to talk about Jesus?" And they're like, "No." And then later, somebody would say, "Hey, are you interested?" I was like, "Beck hasn't come out with a good record in a long time."
Yeah, Yeah, true.
If I was gonna switch religions, I would be a Jew because they make good music.
Yeah. But his parents are still in, and I wish they'd
Yeah.
wake up.
You know, I met his brother,
Yeah.
Shanny, and his brother lives around here, and he's such a sweet guy.
Yeah.
But I did see Beck play a couple of years ago with the Bull.
Right.
And I think he's making good music now.
Yeah.
Well, he won a Grammy a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
doing better. So when you left, was it scary?
Well, it was different. Let's say that. I really didn't think they did all the shit. They had been sending me out for 2 years to handle the critics, people like this.
Oh,
And so I would come out and they would yell, all this stuff.
yeah,
And I just had what I call plexiglass up, where I
Yeah.
just didn't hear a thing.
yeah.
But finally, this one guy came up to me and he said, "Can I ask you a question?" And he was actually really nice.
Yeah.
And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "If you're free, why can't you read certain books?" And I said, which is a good question.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, I can read anything I want. There's certain books I don't want to read."
Right.
Which the truth is, you can't. There's 3 books back then. This was in the 90s.
Uh-huh.
And I got in 69. And those 3 books, as soon as they were written, it was like they're outlawed. Don't read them. They're N theta. They're all bad.
They were anti-Scientology books?
Yeah. They were all Scientologists. Well, 2 of them were
Oh, former
Scientologists
Scientologists that
Yeah.
wrote books?
that left and wrote
Mhm.
books. One's called A Piece of Blue Sky. The other one's Madman or Messiah with L. Ron Hubbard, Messiah or Madman by Ben Corden. And John Atek wrote A Piece of Blue Sky. And then the third one is by someone who was never in Scientology, and most people think it's the best. It was by Russell Miller, and it's called Barefaced Messiah.
Mm-hmm.
And people really like that book
Mm-hmm.
because it's very factual, about
Mhm.
his life. But anyway, the guy kept coming back and just saying, he'd say, "Okay," and then he'd leave and he'd come back, and all these people are still yelling at me. And
Yeah.
so finally he kept asking me, and I went home that night and I had a little thing with these Dalmatians on my wall that are black and white.
Uh-huh.
And one had a pink collar around it, and underneath it, it said, "Dare to be different." And I thought, oh my God, I am like as different as a rock.
Wow.
Because I just realized I couldn't do anything. You see what I mean? I
Yeah.
couldn't talk. I couldn't.
Yeah.
You're leaving?
Yeah, I was just making a couple laps, but just making like 2 laps today,
All right, man.
Okay.
You want to ride?
Right, Tony sucks.
You want to ride? Or is she taking you home?
No,
Okay.
You're going to take
How are
him
you?
home?
Going? No, he's got his car.
Oh, he's got.
Yeah.
He was
What
going home at
happened
10
to
o'clock.
Chris?
It's what, 10:30?
What happened to Chris?
No, it's yeah, that's
You didn't see him?
What? You're gonna
Don't
get him
say
in?
that. He was here.
Well, I don't know where he went.
He's got a bike.
Where does he live?
Did you see Chris?
He's over,
It's not
he
far, I'll
walked away
take him.
somewhere.
Huh?
He walked away over there, I think.
Well, don't tell the chat.
Oh,
He's walking
By,
up that direction.
Okay.
towards Sunset.
Okay.
But I think he'll probably back. I didn't hear him say goodbye.
All right.
Solomon, I thought you were leaving at 10.
Too early.
what time are you leaving? I'm leaving now, so I don't want you here by yourself.
Why don't you just leave now and then
Solomon, are you in school?
come back tomorrow?
I'm out for summer. I'm out. So you're in school. So in September you'll go back for a few months, and then I'm done.
How far away does he live?
Like 16.
Not far.
Not far?
the 11th of July.
I thought he lived in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
No, he's not far from here. I'm not gonna say where, but it's not far.
I'm
No,
not.
it's
I'm not wasting my money.
So he can ride
got
his
my
bike.
savings
He can
waiting.
ride that.
He does. So. Or normally he'll take in and take like the what's it called?
I
Like
for some reason I
train or
thought you
something.
A bus. or
Young.
something.
You
Everybody
know,
looks
the
young.
train.
Don't worry,
bus
my
or something.
sources are okay here. I deposit lots of cash into my card. I don't get the IRS.
I'm texting you in 20 minutes. Get your Uber.
What are you doing?
I'll see you.
I'm out of here, guys.
All right, man.
I'll see you.
All right.
Bye.
Nice to meet you officially.
Oh, they've never
I'm
met.
probably leave soon as well. I'm not really gonna be here. I'm probably gonna head to.
No, William's gonna get you an Uber. He said.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's nice of
So
him.
here, so I was an English major in Santa Barbara,
Ah,
and I always think it's so funny when people want to stop people from reading books.
I know.
Because I'm like, I paid money. The money that Solomon doesn't want to pay. I paid money.
I don't want to pay.
Hold on. And I
don't
still
wanna
didn't read the
pay.
books.
Bro,
I still didn't do my homework.
Wait, hear what
I'm
he
not
has.
fighting with you.
Hear what he has to say. What?
I'm not fighting with you.
what is with those accusations there?
No, I'm saying,
What's those accusations?
Well, what are you saying about him? Why did you say that?
I'm saying
I'm not gonna-
Solomon was smart that he doesn't want to pay for college.
Oh.
I paid for the college and I still didn't do the work.
I got you.
I still didn't read all the
College
books.
or no college?
And of the books that I read, the Bible was the one.
I only live in state lines, all right? I only live in state lines. I hop
What do you do?
Straight lines.
state lines. You know,
State
state.
lines.
You know, state, the end of the state, yeah.
You want to hop to another state when you graduate? You know there's a spot where there's 4 states
You want to?
that all
Arizona,
connect.
Utah, New Mexico, and Colorado. 4 points.
Have you been to that 4-point place?
Too far. I would gladly like to go. I'll just put my foot like right there.
Yeah, that's what people do.
Hey, I'm in everywhere.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah, and
Have you been to the 3 state lines from Arizona, California, and Nevada?
no,
Man, 2020.
It's right on, you know, the Colorado River that goes up California
I've
and
been to
Arizona.
Four
Right in
Corners.
the middle,
Cool,
right here.
Sophie.
Yeah.
Where California starts to go
I'd like
this
to
way.
live there.
yeah,
I don't want to spend thousand. Amen. I hear that one.
You been to Oregon before?
I love Oregon. Totally love Oregon.
I've been there last week.
Great. Which city were you? in?
Thank you,
Portland.
Sophie, for being here.
I've only been to Portland once. I like Southern Oregon.
Crescent City? You know where Crescent City is, right?
Yes.
Brookings, Oregon.
I like Roseburg.
Have you been to Klamath Falls?
I have not.
Chris is on LRH way. Okay. All right. Good.
I know more than
Thank
you.
for letting me.
Yes, you do.
know.
Well, Tori, so nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you, Tony.
I live really close, so I'm sure I'll see you again.
Okay.
Usually I take a little walk.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably head home right now.
Sometimes people
All right.
All right.
Cheers.
Yep.
Be safe. Did he get you an Uber?
I'm probably just gonna take the train or whatever. I'll see. I might head to 7-Eleven, get some dinner. And go. Alrighty.
All right.
Nice talking to you.
All right. Bye.
Do you
Get around.
Do you like? Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. He's always on his bike.
Yeah.
Does he have leg problems?
No. He just likes getting around. You know, it's a quick way to get
Oh,
around.
it is quick. I'm just saying. When you're 16, you got all the energy in the world. I need the bike.
LA is a big area.
Oh, for sure. Well, that's really what my podcast is about. Is about every neighborhood in LA.
Yeah.
And part of it is we're so big that most areas never get covered.
Right.
And when I worked at the LA Times is when I got the idea, because I was like, we're the LA Times. How come we never talk about the Valley? How come we never
Right.
talk about South LA?
Right.
How come we never talk about so many parts of LA? For example, the Valley's as big as Chicago. Can you imagine being next to Chicago and not covering it?
I can't believe that's true. Is that true?
In area.
Wow.
In area, it's as big as Chicago.
That's so freaky.
In populations, it's as big as San Diego.
Wow.
And they don't cover it. And they're like, well, why don't you do something yourself? Maybe I will. So tomorrow I'm going to publish a nice lady who has had a frame store in Sherman, Studio City for 30 years, raised kids in LA. And you probably heard it in Chicago. I'd never raise my kid in LA. You know, like, it's dangerous. And she's like, no, this is a great place. You just raise them right. They come home at a reasonable hour.
Yeah.
Well, she told me a great story about how, because she went to Hollywood High. And Ricky Nelson was there.
Right.
And she started hanging out with Ricky Nelson.
Right.
And then she met Elvis Presley's cousin, a guy named Red. Because Elvis had a house in Bel Air.
Right.
And so she was hanging out with Ricky Nelson and Elvis, and I was like, it's sad that most of my audience don't know who
I know
Ricky
it's
is.
really tricky.
They're gonna know Elvis for sure,
Yeah.
but Ricky was just as cute.
Yes. I know. And popular.
For sure.
Yeah.
And so I said to her, so were your parents excited that you're hanging out with Ricky Nelson? She was like, I didn't tell them.
Oh.
I go, why not? And she goes, those are strangers. They wouldn't have wanted me to hang out.
No.
I go, but he's on Ozzy and Harriet. Like
Yeah.
they watch that, don't they? She's like, when you live in LA, it's not the same thing.
Yeah, it's different.
You know, like it's demystified. It's still a stranger. So I was like, really? You kept it quiet?
All right. Well, you go because I've got to go pretty soon, and I've got to answer these guys.
Oh, all right. So
All
nice
right.
meeting you, Tori.
Nice meeting you.
All right.
I've got chatter. But it was fun seeing everybody. Hope I get to see Chris before I go. What educate him? Yeah, and I don't think he does that. I don't. I really don't. I think he's a local guy. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. He talks too much. Aaron is very appreciative to call anyone else. Judy, really, Aaron is very appreciative to call. Appreciative to call anyone else. Okay. Get that. Elron would probably say Jesus was a Scientologist. Oh yeah, absolutely. Don't think anybody's Kool-Aid. Don't drink anybody's Kool-Aid. I love watching Aaron, but don't drink Kool-Aid. We're all human. Good point. They just put Lisa Marie. Gosh. Oh, I gotta go pretty soon. My ass hurts. I'm sitting on this cement. This is, I'll show you what I'm sitting on. See? It hurts. I need a little. I don't know if Chris is coming back. Can somebody ask Chris, is anybody in touch with him on his stream and ask him if he's coming back? Cause I gotta go. What time is it?
Tie with like the different
Yeah, I
colors at
gotta
the
go.
bottom of it.
Yeah, just go for it. I can.
You don't quit. How are you? I just want to pay my respects.
Hey, hi, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I like your shirt.
Thank you. I
Very-
appreciate it.
Very
He's a
nice.
dapper gentleman.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks very snazzy.
Thank you. I like yours.
Thank you.
A lot of fun colors.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like somebody should dress up a little bit.
I know.
That one person.
I know. So
Why
where's
not?
Chris? Did you see him?
I went all the way up thinking I would see him turn the corner, but he didn't. So maybe I misunderstood and he went home.
Oh,
I don't know.
I'm impressed you guys are here this late.
yeah.
Yeah, I was in the area, so
We
that's
came
how I
late.
came by.
We
Yeah.
came late. We came at like 9, I think.
Okay.
So-
So a little on the later side.
Yeah.
Good for you. Roll down the court.
Yeah, I just figured
I
what the
think
hell.
with the heat too, it makes
Yeah,
it
it's
wanna come a
easier.
little later.
Yeah, me too. It's too hot in the day.
Yeah.
It's a whole.
Yeah, I want to bring my dog out.
Truth
It's
is
on
what it is.
Scientology.
Rude.
Talk to us.
Come back and
You
talk
know
to
what?
us.
We have a combo.
I really don't say that very often. That's not really what I think.
She didn't say anything, did she?
She said Scientology is a cult.
Right. Say anything to that.
I guess they're Scientologists. They were pissed off. She's going to say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Which it is a cult.
I think it's like the first pedestrian Scientologist I've ever found.
I know.
Not even a bed.
I know. They rarely come by. And if they do, they usually go across the street.
Yeah. Not-
Yeah. Where do you live?
What's up?
Where do you live?
Far away, New York City. It's a
Really?
bit of a ways, but I have an interesting story. I used to be a local TV news anchor.
So I got fired for printing a piece that Lisa Marie Presley was probably going to testify in the retrial of Danny Masterson. And that should have been part of her legacy. And then Corinne Powell called me, asked me to take it down. I didn't take it down. So Scientology threatened to sue my station unless they fired me. So then, yeah, then I got involved in everything. Kind of a wild story.
Isn't it wild
Yeah.
the way they create
I mean,
enemies?
they really do it. It was funny because I offered to, I would have even signed an NDA. I offered to be suspended without pay for a month. I never talked about them again, ever. I would delete the article that I put out, but no, I had to be fired.
I remember, I think I saw your video about it.
Well, I'm honored. Yeah,
Yeah.
you made a bit of a splash here and there.
Yeah, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking they're so stupid. Just like
Yeah.
Streets. Do you know his story?
Yeah, well, they goaded him, right? Talking about his son. He was
But
just
even
there for, like-
before that, just the shit that they do, they're just so nasty
Yeah, right.
and they create enemies.
Yeah.
I
no
told
matter
them
what.
that I was in for 30 years.
Yeah,
And-
right.
And
Long
I
time.
told them, I said, you create your own enemies. I watched them do it. I said, this is stupid.
Yeah, just
you know.
let them alone.
Huh?
You just let them alone. Yeah, that's the difference. And it's
Yeah.
funny because they have that perspective, but in my chat, in my live streams, it's not moderated. So a guy who said he's actually a Scientologist weighed in, and he even sent me an email where he, had a picture of his bookshelf with all the books and everything.
Oh, okay.
And he said, I don't see why everybody's so upset because you can leave Scientology whenever you'd like. And it's amazing because they still say
Tell
all
them
the
to
same
call
things.
me.
Yeah, right. I was like, oh, maybe they just have a bad IT guy.
I only
Emails
lost
didn't go through.
all my friends, 30
that.
years of friends,
Wow.
my husband of 26
Oh my
years.
God, I'm sorry.
Everything. It
Yeah.
was like, no, you can't just leave.
How long you been out for it at this point? A while.
24 years now. I left in 2000. I
So,
escaped
that's
out.
cool. So I'm curious because you've been on the ground for a long time.
Yeah.
Were you there with the anonymous protesting
Oh, yeah.
and everything?
Yeah.
I'm curious, was it one day or was it like a consistent thing as well?
It was a consistent thing
Interesting.
thanks to them.
Right.
If they would have just left them alone, they would have been gone in a week.
That's
But
funny.
they didn't. They started
That's funny.
picking on them. They went to
Right.
their homes,
Oh, so
said they were part of terrorist
Wow.
organizations.
Okay, so they were doing all the same things. if
Oh,
not more.
oh.
Speaking of the devil. Wild. So this is nothing new. So they'd arrest people. Yeah, right.
No, I told DOA when he was going to do the encampment, I said, I'll give you a day. That's what I thought. I thought with Scientology, I'll give you a
Well,
day.
yeah.
So 7 days, it was a
That's pretty
success.
good. Yeah.
That's a
I
big
figured it'd be a
success.
day or two, something like
I
that.
know. And people saying, oh, we lost. It's like, no, we didn't.
Yeah.
It was 7 days. That's
No, it's
really
huge.
amazing.
We took over the whole neighborhood with the convoy.
Right.
And, it
And
was
look at all the money
decision
they've
that
spent on all this
Right.
shit.
Well, that's the funny thing too.
Yeah.
Look how much resources they have. to waste.
Wasted. Just
Yeah.
wasted.
And anything I think that distracts them from doing the work that they do.
They don't have anything to do
Well, I
anything.
was gonna say that too. That
Yeah. They don't have any
That's
numbers
how
in
enjoy
it.
it. It's like, oh, I get to go outside.
Yeah.
Actually do something.
Yeah, it could be outside.
It's very true.
I
That's
know.
very true.
Here's
So
the
what,
only
what,
thing about it, sorry.
oh, you're fine. No, I'm
I'm
curious.
like,
What's up?
I
Oh, don't
want
worry
the
about it.
nice shot. I want the people to see the
Cool.
communication
Yeah.
at my back, get some support. But I think it's really impressive that Scientology really actually didn't end it. So really,
No?
it was
Far
an
from it.
executive decision. So it lasted as long as it did, it was a big deal. And then they ultimately, I know I get it, it's convoluted and there's layers, but ultimately it ended because of a decision not made by them.
Right.
And that I think was an issue.
Well, and also,
They didn't take it out
You-
completely.
yeah, and their actions of what they've done with, messing up the grass and everything because of a result of these protests, like that's all evidence we could use to revoke their permits. So it's like they're building up these little moments that we could all use against them, and they would have never existed had we not been there. And so it's
It
gonna be
all
that,
does
it's gonna be that much more difficult, I think, to get permits and to
Well.
do what they want to do.
So you're from New York, but you're just out here for like a week? or
No,
a
long
month?
time. I was gonna be here for 6 months at least to cover a lot of the
Oh.
trials and stuff.
Oh, oh.
So I covered streets. Well, that's still going on, so that'll
Wait,
happen.
go to this channel.
In July 2nd. So I covered him. I was covering the Valerie Haney case as well.
Oh, good.
A lot of different stuff. Yeah, so I
Good.
I did a little bit with Aaron, which was fun, and Jacob Harkey as well. So we kind of switch off. But
And
yeah, so I'll be
DOA is gonna be in court Friday.
yeah, I was another reason I was here. I'm so behind on the dates. You know, you're like a superhero. You're here every day. So I wanted to ask you. So 25th is DOA. Thank you. Okay, you don't know the
I don't know that it's actually the thing. It's just he has to be there.
right. Is there like a hearing or anything, or is it
I
just
I don't know.
because I wonder if I could go to it or how what that
Oh, I
process
don't
is.
either, but.
No, I think you can
it's
go.
Friday.
Well, Friday. Okay.
I think that's public.
Because Street's whole thing was, that was with a lawyer and everything. That was a
Yeah.
big back and forth with Joey. So that was like a 5-hour marathon. But I'm wondering, like, what type of court he's in, and if it's just they randomly call people and you have to wait 5 hours and then you're there for 2
So it's
minutes.
for, what is it for?
For the restraining order, right? Yeah.
So I think
Right.
most of those are gonna be in the same,
Yeah, yeah. I'd imagine.
downtown.
Yeah, probably that same building.
It's
too.
not gonna be the federal court. Do you see what I mean?
Well, right, yes.
That's the difference.
No,
Like Danny Masterson was in the
Yeah.
federal court.
right. But they're next to each other.
No, they're not.
Are,
They're
are
not.
they further away?
Yeah, one is up on a hill, which is the main one that
Right,
you can take a subway and get right to the
right
back
there.
door of it.
Sure. Doesn't clear a short.
Because parking is like 20, 30 bucks, an
Right.
hour.
Yeah, no, I've done it.
So the
small
subway
portion.
thing is a really good way to go.
Yeah, I stayed in Hollywood for a while. I just took the subway in. And it was
Yeah.
much.
So
it
you
was
can
much better.
subway right there.
Yeah,
But then, so it's up on the hill and then federal is all the way down here. It's like
Okay.
down through a park and
yeah,
down
through the open
across the
park and the
street,
fountain
yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're not too far from each other.
no,
In
no,
the same vicinity. But yeah, one's less
Yeah.
convenient than the other
right,
one. I'd say by a mile.
yeah.
But yeah, I want to go to that one, and I have to figure out the process of what they're like. Each court case is different.
How's the
Oh.
one with Valerie going?
Well, they keep kicking the can down the road. So Scientology keeps asking for more time for arbitration. For
What does
this-
that mean? Cans out of the road?
Kick the can down the road is an old
Oh,
corrected, yeah. Like delay it as much as possible. to not,
Okay.
not make a real decision. But yeah, so they asked for more time for religious arbitration, and at the next court hearing, they'll probably ask for more. But the hope is that the judge might actually hear the case and say that the judge has given them enough time
Good.
to have that religious arbitration. But they've been successful in delaying that at least like a month at this point.
Well, see, the arbitration thing is so bullshit because I did a Scientology arbitration when I was in the church
Interesting. Okay.
as a
yeah.
member,
Right.
right?
Right. And she wasn't a member. Right?
With my husband and the guy and this was all on a Scientology business, right? And he screwed him and cut his pay way. And so
Oh wow. Okay.
he bailed town and went to Flag, right? So we did this arbitration with Rosser Cole. We won.
Cool.
He's a Scientology attorney. We won.
Impressive. And you won even through religious arbitration.
Right, but listen to what happened.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So he bails to Florida, and I knew he was the money guy, so I call Flag the next day saying I want to talk to Bill Bowen, and they say they put me through to ethics, and ethics said, no, yeah, Harold has to fly here and go through ethics. And I said, what about the arbitration? We just won the arbitration. They canceled the policy that night. They
That's funny.
fucking canceled it. Can you believe that? I mean, that is really.
Wow, so you never even had the opportunity to go through it or anything.
No, we did the whole arbitration and we won.
Right. Well, right, but after that, yeah. No
We just
decision,
didn't
nothing.
get the money.
Right.
But we won the arbitration. We did the.
That's wild. So you went through that process, and then what? Through that process, were you entitled through their arbitration? They say, okay, you get the money back, and then all of a sudden they change.
Yeah,
policy.
the
That's
attorney
wild.
said, yeah, you get $50,000 and his partner got 150,000 because
Nice deal.
my husband had signed a thing saying I'll never do I'll never take him to court or something.
Yeah,
So
right.
they cut it to 50. But they would not, it was like, we knew it was bullshit at that point. And it was the first time I realized, oh my God, you can pay off David Miscavige.
It's funny.
You can say, look, because see, if you go to Flag, it says Craig and Sally Jensen are the top donators.
Okay.
And the second donators are Bill and Ruth Bowen.
Wow. So right there.
And that's who so I know he called Miscavige and said, you want any more donos? You get rid of this arbitration. And that was the first time I realized, oh my God, you can pay off the church
Yeah,
and
right.
cancel a policy?
Was that like the first crack in the dam?
No, I had a million.
So you had some before that. Well, obviously, if you're speaking up for yourself, yeah, probably even a lot of people inside.
I have 900 videos on my YouTube.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you know what you're doing. That's impressive. What was the arbitration process
Okay.
like for you?
What was what?
What was the arbitration process like for you? Like when they actually granted you the arbitration, even though they didn't follow it. Do they just ask you questions or
Yeah,
did
they
yell
just
at you,
ask
or
us questions, them questions,
Right.
where did it?
was relatively simple?
Yeah, yeah,
Interesting.
it's relatively, we could see it was gonna be hands down, we were gonna win, because he
Right.
screwed him out of the money.
Right. It's pretty
But then,
obvious.
so it was like, okay, you win. We had no idea they could cancel the fucking policy that the arbitration is based on, and then say, this is a personal issue, it's not a business issue, which it was 100% a business.
Yeah, right. Completely.
So they
Involving
completely
them.
changed it and said, no, this is a personal issue, so Harold has to come argue. And this guy had millions. It's like, oh, great, he's gonna fly there and, get screwed for
Yeah, right.
month after month. No.
Now,
And that Ruth Bowen has my grandmother's china. And I always mention it when I tell this story because I want the china back.
probably worth something. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
And,
bet.
and,
The harder
she's
they can.
supporting it. So Ruth Bowen, send me my grandmother's china.
So that's it. Are they still involved in the church? Are they still bigwigs?
I have no idea. I've
Interesting.
been out for 24 years.
Yeah, so you don't want to keep tabs
Yeah.
necessarily.
Well, it isn't that I don't want to keep tabs. It's just that, there's
really
things that
tell.
you just don't know.
Right. Right.
My ex-husband is still in.
Oh wow.
He
Okay.
remarried.
Yeah, I assume to a Scientologist.
OTA.
Oh, hardcore. Wow.
He was born in it.
He
was born in it. His parents were in it.
I always wondered. I've never asked anybody this, but obviously dating is not seen as that important in Scientology. But are you seen as higher status if you happen to be dating somebody who is OTA? Are you?
Well, I don't know
therefore
because
considered-
I wasn't dating him as OTA.
Well,
I
sure, but your
married him.
yeah, but your ex-husband now. I'm curious if it elevates his status within the church, and if he's more powerful in the church than he
Yeah,
ever was.
people have all kinds of weird ideas
Yeah.
about OTs that they really
Right,
think
right. They're godlike.
they can
right?
do something.
Right,
And it's
right.
like, do you get that this is just a giant scam? It's like I have to tell people all the time, no, I can't lift up my car. It's like, I can't, and neither can anybody else.
But originally, you believed that if you worked hard
No.
enough, you could. Really? So
No.
you knew the whole time.
No, it wasn't that I knew the whole time. LRH, I was in the Sea Org,
Right?
and LRH said, you have epilepsy, so you have to get off your medicine,
Right.
so get out.
Okay,
So
interesting.
I went on this whole path to try to get off my, my medicine and handle epilepsy. And that wasn't working at all. And now I forgot what you said.
About the medication you were on
Yeah, but it was something before that.
trying to remember the OT levels with.
Oh, yeah, the
status,
OT
yeah.
level. So, and you
Oh,
said
right.
you
and
knew
feel
all
like
along.
right. So
But-
you knew all along.
No,
and
I
you
didn't-
or you were learning.
Well, it was like my thing was to handle epilepsy. That was it. LRH said handle epilepsy and you can come back in the Sea Org. So I thought, okay, I've got to keep auditing.
Right.
And so that was I got in to be an auditor and audit others and help them. But all of a sudden now I'm having to handle me. You see what I
Funny,
mean? So I'm
right.
going up the bridge trying to handle this epilepsy thing. And it never got handled. It wouldn't.
And I'm curious, did they blame the epilepsy? Like, did you do something to pull it in? For example,
they-
with that, like, so even with the epilepsy,
Yeah.
they pinpointed it on you.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And my mom was the SP, of course, because
Right.
my mom was pissed off that they took me off the medicine.
Right.
And so she's suppressive, and that's why I'm PTS, and that's why I have epilepsy. See?
Wow. Was
And
that
all the Scientologists for all the years I was in, 30 years, would always say, are you still on your medication? Yeah, it was really
wow?
creepy.
Is that invasive?
There were only like 5 people that I could talk to and say the word epilepsy, and they wouldn't go, "Ooh."
Wow. Right.
5 people for
Like
30 years.
Wait. Wild.
So when I started to wake up, I was on the internet with a bunch of critics.
Right.
And to me, my analogy is I was like swimming up Niagara Falls. And one of the critics said, you could just take one of these inner tubes and go down.
Right.
And that's what I did. And I was like,
Interesting. That
oh
one little
my
expression
God.
like created that light bulb.
That's what I'm saying. You never know. You never know
Right.
how you can help someone.
Did you go right from the Sea Org to leaving Scientology?
Oh, God, no.
Okay, so there's a
No.
gap in between.
No. Oh, many,
Thank God.
many years.
Right.
I mean, I left the Sea Org in 72.
Oh, so
I
you were there,
escaped.
one of the OGs, so you knew L. Ron Hubbard and everything?
No, no,
Okay.
I didn't. I wasn't on the ship.
Okay, right, because
He-
not all Sea Orgs were.
I was just doing ship training out in the LA Harbor.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So no, I wasn't. But then I escaped out in 2000. So that gives you
Okay.
how many years I was in.
Yeah,
It's a
wow.
long time. It took a long time, and my husband never woke up. He's still, and he knows it doesn't work. He's OT8. The OT8s are
Right.
fucked up. I mean, really seriously screwed up. And he's one of them. But what they do is they make you think it's just you.
Right.
So,
So
it's like,
interesting.
look at him. What is your name again?
Dodge, like the car.
Dodge?
Yeah.
Because like,
That's
look
a
at
weird name.
Dodge.
Right.
He did OT8. Look how happy he is. Look
Right.
at how nice he's dressed. He's
Right.
like he's one of our successors. And you're like, really? And yeah. And then they keep now we both get out and you say, I wasn't fucking winning on that thing. It was a nightmare. There's a video out called OT Speaking Freely, and 4 of us are telling our stories, and we all 4 were OT7 or 8,
Hardcore.
and we're all like, what a nightmare it was, but we could never tell anybody.
So you never once felt empowered once. It was like a consistent disappointment. Because you went far. You said OC7? So you
For
went
7 years.
But
And
there's-
the golden era guys came around to videotape me, and they
Oh,
said,
cool.
we
It'd be
wanna
shining
fi-
example of
they
you.
used to film me all the time. So now I'm on OT7, and they say, well, we want to get some wins of yours on OT7. And I said, okay, listen to me carefully. I do not have one win on OT7. Nothing. And they all
They
go,
didn't get pissed
white.
off for your cancer? My God.
Huh?
They didn't get infuriated for your cancer?
They were white.
I'd
They
imagine.
had never heard anybody say that, I don't think.
You're probably a PTS of the very, very early on, I'd imagine. How cool. So even then what made you brave enough to speak out loud like that when you were in the thick of it though? That's amazing.
I know.
You
I've
still-
always
you're still
had
grounded in
courage.
reality. Right.
It's just one of those things. I think it's from my dad, my mom. They were both very courageous. And
Interesting, yeah.
so I've always said what I think.
Right.
And I mean, for a long time, I wouldn't say because I wasn't sure.
Sure.
But now I've been on it 7 years.
Right.
And
So,
it was
yeah.
fucked up. And I'd write to Miscavige trying to get off, and he'd write back and go, okay, continue. And I told him, I said, you guys are creating your own enemies. So now when I was out, Mark Bunker made a video,
Sure.
Magoo dancing in Boston.
Cool.
It's a really cute
I
video.
check it out.
Yeah. And I'm on the video going, David Miscavige, I warned you about these critics. I said they're out there. I think I was talking to Mike Rinder at the time.
Right.
He was still in.
Sure.
I said, they're out there, and here I am.
Now, have they tried to fair game you?
Of course. Are you kidding me?
Respect. Badge of honor. I bet.
Of course.
I bet, because you were really in the upper echelon. I mean,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
more of a rarity where somebody OT7
Yeah.
gets out and then becomes one of their greatest enemies.
Yeah.
And there have been so many people, obviously, who've gotten that high, but they're too scared to even speak.
Say anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's why I've always appreciated I always knew you were high up. And that's why I appreciate your content, because you have that unique perspective. where
And
people-
because I have
Yeah.
the one of being in and out. Because remember,
Yeah.
I was in handling the critics, and now I'm out as a critic. But I know that's why
Right, but you're a critic
you
in it
weren't
too.
you weren't here when all these kids were yelling at this guy.
No.
This one guy walked by and they all started screaming at him.
Okay.
And I just thought, okay, I've never been into screaming. I just don't think it's a good policy.
Yeah.
So he finally got closer to me and I said, okay, come here. What's the deal here? And he kind of shrugged his shoulders and I said, are you a Scientologist? And he goes, no. And I said, okay. And they were screaming away. And so, he went away, but a few of them saw him talking to me and they said, what happened? And I said, I just talked to him. which is what I used to
That's
say to OSA.
Right,
They would
That's a
send me out
picture.
to handle the critics, and the critics would leave,
right.
and I would go
They
in
probably
and they'd
liked you.
say,
Yeah.
"What did you say?" And I said, I just
People.
talked to them. They're
Right.
just people.
Human beings, right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you had that cynicism actually to be effective for them, ironically.
The cynicism.
Cynicism about Scientology where you can speak to them like human beings. And then you got them to go away.
But it wasn't from being sinister.
Well, realistic. I'm saying that
Yeah.
from a Scientologist perspective. I don't think you were a cynic, but from a Scientologist perspective, you were. Even announcing with OT7 that you're missing something would be, arguably cynicism. But that actually helped them, which is sad because that slight
helped the
little bit of
critics.
concern, right?
Yeah.
That slight little bit of criticism, you think they could use that to their advantage, but then
I
again,
know.
they make an
I
enemy.
wrote it up to
you know.
Mike Rinder when I left. I said we were up in Sacramento. One of the what do you call them? Psychologists on the radio wanted everyone. Apparently, the schools were going to put in a thing where the kids could go get abortions without ever telling their parents.
Okay.
So she was saying, please, if you're a mother or father, go up there and be against this because
Sure.
this isn't a good thing. So we flew up there, and while we were there, I said, let's go see the Scientology thing. Let's go
Wow.
check it out,
Interesting.
right? Because I'm a Scientologist at the
Right.
time. So we're walking along, and my hair's kind of dirty, and I think I'm just going to jump in here and get my hair wet. So this lady washes my hair. And now I come out. I go into the Scientology place. It's like a little mission, and they're all like totally freaked out. They're all hiding in the corner. They're like this. And this guy goes, "Oh my God!" Oh yeah, because there was a guy outside with a Xenu doll and another guy with a picket sign, and it was just two guys, walking back and forth. But the whole staff was like totally freaked out. And then this guy says,
There he is, Dodge. What up, Dodge? How you doing?
"What happened?"
I'm good. Good invitation. I like it.
What's up? How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
Hey,
Hi, Tory.
I thought
Like
you
your
left
shorts
without
lately.
saying goodbye.
Shorts?
Yeah, you're
I haven't even put shorts.
shorts. Well, there's shorts on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't really
I'm
put.
liking it.
I only
Put
put
some
like 3 a
recently.
week.
Put one today. Got some good shots.
Today?
Yeah. Well, there's of the
I did not.
you're undercover.
Not today.
What was it? Okay, back last couple of days, I guess.
Yeah,
Something like that. I'm like,
Appreciate it, though.
It's good camera work.
I appreciate it.
That's what counts.
Hi, Tori. You doing good? Doing
I'm
Yeah,
good.
just
glad
like
you're
give me a whole
still
interview.
here.
Super nice. I appreciate it. It's fascinating.
What was?
Just give me a whole rundown of the
Ah, yeah,
she
she
experience.
ins and outs and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got it. I just sent him to Tori.
Yeah. Right.
Speak to Tori. She's a board
She
member.
knows all.
She knows
A board
the
member.
depths
I
of
was
it,
not.
you know?
But what was I saying? I just
My
wanted
bad. I
to
cut
fix
you
it.
off.
Oh, you're
I
fine.
cut
Don't worry
you
about
off.
No, but
Let
what
us
was
see it.
it?
We were asking. So you visited this other Scientology center where they shrunk.
Oh
like
yeah, so
rats.
they're all, and then this guy goes like this, "Tori's here. Maybe if she'll help us, we'll be okay." And they're
You're
all
gonna be
these
the
guys.
safest
This is
guy.
up in Sacramento,
God.
Chris, and they're all like hiding because there are two people outside. One guy with a Xenu doll and one guy with a picket sign. And so I go up to the guy that has the picket sign, and I start asking him, what do you know about Scientology? What are you thinking? Blah blah blah. And he won't talk to me.
You're on the few to communicate with them.
He's like walking along, walking along, walking along. And let's say you're the guy, and that lamp is the window of the mission, right? Behind him.
Mhm.
Do you see what I mean? Look at the lamp.
Lamp.
So it's
Right.
behind him. So I'm looking at him, but I see in the reflection my hair, and my hair looks really shitty. And I say, can I just ask you a personal question? And he's walking along, and I said, could you just tell me how my hair is? Do you think it looks weird?
Smart. Make a little human connection.
But I wasn't
Smart.
thinking that. I was
Yeah.
just, I
Well,
really
it's how you
meant
are.
it.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm just saying it wasn't smart. It was just,
Right.
I meant it. I
Right.
wanted, it really looked
But
funky.
another human being
And I
in your life,
thought,
yeah.
tell me your opinion. And so I said, what do you think about my hair? And he won't say anything. And then I said, no, really, man, I mean it. Just look at my hair
Yeah.
and tell me what you think. And he bursts out laughing. And he goes, my mom always asks me that, and I never know what to say. And he looks at his friend and he goes, you know what? Let's just go home. And
Wow.
they pack up and
Wow.
they leave. And I go inside and everybody's cheering and they're like, what did you
Girl,
do?
yeah.
And I said, I just asked him, how do you like my hair? So I wrote that up to Mike Rinder when I left
Funny.
because he was still in. And I said, look, my best OSA handling of the critics was asking a guy, how do you like my hair? You know what was the quickest where it just boom, and the guy left.
Well, I was curious from the inside, when they know protesters are coming, what is like, do they care that much? Are they scared? Are they angry? Or is it almost like just another day?
Well, remember, it isn't like I would know what they.
Sure, but you were there to
I
kind of
have
have
one
some relief.
person that would call me and say, look,
Right.
the critics are coming, they're
Right.
gonna eat at Sizzler at 11:45.
So they knew everything. So they knew like
They
the
knew everything.
pre-planned
Everything.
arresting.
And,
Wow.
and they would say, we want you
And this
to,
is like in the 2000s, right? So they
no, 90s,
so got even be how they figured that all out.
95.
That's amazing. That's so telex. I guess they were helpful back in the day.
Who knows?
Wow. So they know even as far back as the 90s, without internet, without
I think
satellite.
they had plants in the group. I do.
Right.
That's what I
Interesting.
think. Who would say,
Interesting.
we're eating at Sizzler at, 11:45.
So there was somebody who
That's
just
what I
latched on.
think. That's what I
Right.
think. I could be wrong. Other people have said their phones were bugged. I don't know.
Right. And I'm curious about that too. With the plans, so somebody who could potentially be a plant would plans, right? Would the director of who should be that, would they keep it as tight as possible? Like they
Oh,
would
yeah.
never tell you even.
No.
Interesting. So it's like only two people
Yeah,
would know about
yeah.
it.
No.
Fascinating. So there
Now,
could
maybe up higher than me that more people knew it. I
sure,
don't
but
know.
then people working
Remember,
at the org
I
wouldn't
wasn't on staff. I was
Right.
a volunteer.
the whole time, right?
So
Minus
so
the
they
zero.
ran everything through my auditor, who's like a counselor and my best friend.
Interesting.
And I trusted him, and I said it in session. I said, I trust my life with you.
Wow. Right.
So I found out later, they go through the folders and read them, and they thought, okay, here's our mark.
Right.
She'll do anything.
Right.
And that's, so I opened up those 20 accounts.
Fascinating. Because you always wonder, because if they do infiltrate, I've always wondered that, is how could they do so without most of the members not knowing or whatever, but obviously that's a tactic.
Right.
One thing I was curious about, you were there in the 70s and kind of the zenith and through the transition. Did you ever suspect that David Mayo or the Pat Roker might have claim, or did you, because you were kind of an independent thinker compared to a lot of people?
I was a friend of David Mayo's, and he.
Interesting.
it's
Okay,
interesting
cool. Wow.
because everyone was saying I was PTS, right? And
Right,
you need
already.
a PTS handling.
Yes.
Yeah, because ever since 72.
Cool.
So now somebody says you need to go clear. I say I have to do it next lifetime because of my body.
I like that.
Yeah.
Right.
And so they said, no, write to David Mayo. He's the senior CS International, and he'll help you. So I write him, and I explain, what's this?
I don't know
Follow up.
What is it?
Trying to kick people out.
What is it?
Now what?
This late at night, nobody's even here.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
Just don't talk.
Chris, what's happening? I gotta change this. Chris, what?
I don't know.
And here comes this other guy.
How you doing? What's going on? You good?
Just interesting things
So
happening.
what was that about?
I don't know.
Well, what do you think? You said they're trying to kick people out.
Oh, wait, what?
Those guys look like the mafia guys from with DOA.
Movie.
Hey, you guys, come on over. We want to talk to you. Bring your asses over here.
Checking out the soil over there, talking to
Yeah, I think I like a panther.
I don't care. I got a right to tell them to come over. You'd be surprised when you talk to them. You'd be surprised when you talk to people. You just never know. They can act really shitty, and then you start talking to them.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true. In some
Amen.
cases.
Not all the time, but it's better than not. All right, so you guys coming over? Woo-hoo!
Everything.
We probably will later.
See, they already broke up, so that's good. The mafia. Hey, dude. Come fill us in.
Hi.
What's going on?
I was just saying.
So I'll explain to you what I was doing over there.
Okay.
And we'll bring it back. So basically, I did some math on the size of the planners, and I put some estimates on how much weight each of those actually carries.
Okay.
In total, right now, you're sitting at about slightly over 4,000 pounds on just the easement. And the problem is that easement already had issues with the foundation.
Right,
So add on the thousands of gallons they were flooding the sidewalk with.
right.
Add on now the thousands of pounds sitting on a broken foundation, and you can actually see for yourself how much the concrete blocks have shifted as a result.
I
You can
saw that.
see
You,
the
somebody took a photograph of
You can
that.
literally see the paint from when they were last sprayed for marking the fire lane, and then you can see it's about that much that the blocks have shifted
Wow.
weight from the water, and that's a lot to shift in just a short period of time. That's not normal.
And you
These
took
are-
pictures of it?
Yes, I was live streaming the whole thing, showed people, and it's a lot. Imagine you're just walking and out of nowhere the sidewalk shifts about almost half an inch for you,
Yeah.
just out of nowhere. That's very dangerous. So that's what Scientology does, breaks sidewalks and endangers people's lives. And Audit LA was rightfully sharing that for somebody that has ADA requirements and disabilities to travel through here is a fucking nightmare.
Right.
Like, seriously, just, you can't.
Well, each one has 4,000 pounds.
Each
You're talking
one
about-
carries a slightly, about
Each of the
maybe
planets, right?
1,300 to 1,600 pounds of weight. And so you add that by 3, and that's roughly how you get to a little over 4,000 pounds, like 4,100.
So they needed like 3 of those bags.
They need a lot, yeah. They need a lot.
Yeah, I did see them pouring.
And the problem is this entire area has thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds on it. And what they do is they butt up on one another.
Right.
So they shift. One breaks, gives out, and the rest also, just like dominoes, sort of fall.
I heard you saw Shelly Miscavige alive. Is that a
Did?
rumor?
Some of the other-
Someone was saying in a chat.
No, I haven't seen her live, but I have a friend
Some
who
are shifting
confirmed that she's up in Lake Arrowhead.
You trust your friend and
Mhm.
you feel that her
Way.
that she's alive? Because
Yeah.
I had an
Yeah.
idea that maybe he killed her.
No.
You don't think that David Miscavige?
No, they saw her. They saw her.
Yeah, but you didn't see it.
I didn't see her, but I trust my friend. My friend is,
In Scientology, that's how she saw her.
no, he's out of Scientology. These are people that are out of Scientology.
But she hasn't been seen alive in like 15 years.
Okay,
So,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna argue with you about it.
No, I'm just-
If you wanna, if that's your shit, then you say it. I'm just telling you what I told you. I'm not gonna argue about it because it's not, I didn't see her personally. But I trust my friend and my friend would not make up something. He just wouldn't.
I'm just interested in that issue. I feel it.
But I
Whether or
don't
not
know
she's
anymore.
alive.
See, that's the thing. I don't, all I can do is say, someone that I know confirmed that people have seen her alive. So I don't think she's dead.
Well, I went to the LA Police Commission and I said on the record that I have an idea that he may have killed her, and then as a cult, they're covering for their leader because it's like, you know, they're in denial of how to handle such a repercussion. So I feel that I would like to get, you know, closure on that issue. From my point of view, I listened to Leah Ramini's podcast. That was part of how I got aware of the issue of Scientology. And she was saying she requested a welfare check from the Los Angeles Police Department. A detective from the Los Angeles Police Department told her, I talked to her, she's alive, that's it. From my point of view, having dealt with the LAPD, I feel that it's possible the detective was lying or paid or something else, that what he's saying is not reliable, that they should connect Shelly with Leah or provide her with some evidence that she's alive and her welfare is okay. So from my point of view, I would like to pursue that or push that issue that LAPD go provide Leah Ramini evidence that Shelly's alive and that she's okay. I
So
don't feel
talk
that's
to
necessary.
LAPD.
I go to the police commission, I go to the city council downtown, I go speak at those meetings. I talk to other people that go to those meetings.
Yeah. And what do they say?
They listen to what you say. They say your 1 minute is up, your 2 minutes is up. Thank you. Have a nice day. With the board of police commissioners, they're not particularly, you know,
Yeah.
caring people or whatever.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Well,
That's my point of view. I'd like that. I'd like people to follow about it. I felt like the movement at one time, Anonymous or Twitter, all this stuff, they were like, where's Shelly Miscavige? Where is Shelly Miscavige? Okay, where's the answer? I never got an answer to that. I put my name out there too. So now if on their list of whatever assholes or something, I'm on the asshole list because I'm going in public to say, where is Shelly? Nobody here, these people here act like they're in fucking high school and whatever, click up and I don't know.
There's
I'm
tons of
not-
comedians have
whatever.
brought
I felt
it
like
up
Aja,
all
I
the
felt like
time.
Aja was a bit much. I felt like BOA, whatever the certain things were going on were a bit much. So that was, I spoke. my
What
piece
was
on that.
Aja? What was?
Just, they were just giving me a lot of shit. I feel like I'm coming here sometimes and I'm, there, maybe it could be elsewhere or whatever. I try to contribute of myself and I don't, sometimes I feel like it's not appreciated or I'm not treated in a way that's, I'm not like coming here insulting people or giving them shit, but Aja goes around this bullshit, that bullshit, you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. So I got tired of it. That's my point of view. So
I hear you.
I'm going home. I felt like everyone else, as far as I'm concerned, was doing what you're supposed to be doing, which is, dealing with this organization, which is breaking the law and doing other things which are inappropriate.
Right.
So as long as you're doing that, good for you. That's my point of view.
All of us insecure.
What's that?
You already.
It's not a
called all of
crime to be insecure. I just feel like from going to meetings and the people I
You
know,
know
and
the
the,
definition of it.
what is the definition? Is you don't feel like confident in
The one
yourself.
that said, "Oh Lord." So it's
I
like
feel
a
like I'm the
prophecy.
most confident person here. Okay?
Good job.
Okay? So I'm just saying from my point of view, if the cops come here or they send thugs or whatever to come fuck with you, I'm telling them don't come fuck with them. Because whatever, that's my point of view. I know a few people too, let's say maybe I make a few calls or whatever. So if you know your people, great, call your people. But I'm doing what I can to try and what I feel like is protect the rights of people here to protest. I feel like that's a good thing. Okay, so keep protesting. If Aja wants to talk shit to me, fine. If people ask me, is Aja your friend? No, she's not my friend. So, fuck her. That's my point of view. Have a nice night.
You two don't all have to be friends.
I'm not very confident. What the fuck?
Well, I missed that whole scene.
Yeah,
That
that
whole
was the
story.
yelling thing. Remember I told you?
Oh, right,
earlier?
okay.
I
So
think
she was
I
yelling.
think he was the
Is
guy
that-
that
is that-
everybody was yelling
Is that the
at.
gentleman Ian or something?
I never yelled at
If
him.
I'm not mistaken.
I don't know.
Is that the guy Ian, if I'm not mistaken? Or is he somebody else?
What the fuck?
What? What?
There's a lot of characters to figure out.
I just can't.
It's hard sometimes because I don't mind taking on a squatty, egotistical piece of shit. But when I'm not certain what reality someone's dealing with, I tend to keep it mellow. And this was the same creature that said he was taking pictures for Denise Richards.
For who?
I
Oh,
found out.
That's a nice
Denise
gig.
Richards. is
Nobody
the-
knows.
She's married to Charlie Sheen.
So he was taking pictures to send her to give to her.
Oh.
So when I heard that, I was like, oh, okay. Oh. We've got a functioning, wandering reality, possibly altered. I don't know, creature, but I don't know, and I don't want to fuck around and find out.
I
Yeah.
don't want to share.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You got more of those.
You want?
I'll have what you have.
There you go.
Yeah, you pulled it out.
All right, share.
Oh my god. You just got me. Right?
Good.
You like them?
Can I have one?
Swedish fish.
Just one.
No, I don't. For the
Scandinavian swimmers. You should sue them for that.
Oh, there. Okay, can I take two?
Yeah. You're the OG. Take the whole bag.
Take as many as you want. Yeah, it's like a
So it's-
family
it's
size
all
bag that I will eat on my own if left alone with. So I like to buy things to share.
I just get well fed here. Not coming around. When you went to the barbecue, we still got reinforcements.
What's the other reason I'm not certain what is being perceived. I'm being mindful because I know if we rewatch later, and I don't.
You.
Well, Reddit will talk.
Manana.
You just shat on me the other day. That was
What was
fun.
he talking
I got my own Reddit hate post. I felt like I made
I
it.
feel like you're right.
Yeah, it's like I want to be like Chris when I grow up.
Post
So
in
cool. I got my own
YouTube.
Reddit.
You want to be like Chris and what, sorry?
When I grow up,
Why?
because you're legendary. You got the Reddit hate. You don't even have that much Reddit hate though compared to other people. It's actually relatively low key.
Yeah.
You don't be like any of them when I'm doing. Because they hate everybody.
Yeah.
Go by
I
association.
hate everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, bless the Reddit.
They hate everybody.
They
I
do.
get the Reddit too.
Oh, but no,
Crazy laugh.
early, just a bit ago, the reason they crossed the street was because he went up and kind of had a little weird
Okay,
confrontation with Michael out of fuck all.
Michael who? Michael who? He's here?
That
Or
was
just
Serge and Michael, the gang you were talking.
Oh, they were across the street?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
What would you? I forgot what you called them, the mafia or something. But that was
They
them.
were just
I thought they were the hot dog guys. The hot dog massacre. I did. I thought they were the same guys.
But they had the cross because he came up, and that's why I was
Because Michael came up here.
no, because that
Take the whole
gentleman
bag.
that just left came up,
Take the bag.
had some words with him, and I don't think they've ever met.
Oh,
But it sounded like in his perspective they have.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe they have. But anyway, they crossed the street, and then when he proceeded to come over here, that's
so why'd they go across the street?
to get away from, well, to walk away from the situation.
What situation?
I'm probably not the gentleman that was just here,
Hmm.
got frustrated, came up while we were all standing there talking,
Oh,
and was very upset with Michael.
oh,
What the fuck?
So Michael and Serge crossed the street.
Mm.
Henry went with them. I walked this way with him, and then he proceeded to talk to you about Shelley.
oh.
And then he left, very upset with August. So there you go. That's the story. But that's why they were across the street.
How long has he been hanging around? Was he been a consistent visitor?
I can't say. I've only seen it in the last like week or
It
two.
seems familiar. They're all saying Jeff, and I've heard his name. Yeah. I've heard his name before.
Check Reddit.
Yeah, right?
You'll get all
They'll
the
probably
facts.
like him.
You'll get all the facts.
What's his
I'm
name?
sure I will.
What's his name?
Jeff, apparently.
Oh, Jeff.
They were telling me in my chat. I'm so out of it. It's hard to keep up with everybody. I mean, I'm one that comes in and out, but it's hard to keep up with everybody.
I know, it is.
Yeah, it's like a sitcom.
I know.
Yeah.
I remember when I first
I did
met
get
you guys,
Camera, but I never thought.
It's the
about-
best camera I
I didn't
love.
think about streaming at the
I
time.
met
just wanted to be-
Reed,
Okay.
Jessica, Chris, the other Chris. And I'm trying to think, there was somebody else there. Remember when we came on L. Ron Hubbard Way? Drew and I, we pulled up late at night.
Yeah.
And you guys were, it was you, Streets wasn't there, but it was Jessica, you, Chris without a Hellcat. and I'm try-
Easy, probably.
Yeah. There were,
Me.
there were like 5 people. Anyway, I met you guys. And
Danny might have been there.
I had seen Jessica's videos, which were very funny, the original ones. And so I said, I really want to do this. And so she said, okay, I'll come over to your house. She called me. We exchanged numbers and she came over to my house and she made a video with me on it.
Yeah.
And I said, I really stopped making videos because, I made 900 videos,
Yeah.
but then I stopped because everybody was doing the, here's Hemet and here's Chris and here's, they know how to put pictures up and I don't know how to do that on a video.
Oh, like the thumbnail?
Well,
It's like the cover
as
of
it
the
goes
picture.
along, like you can watch Nora's today and she's got here's this and here's that. Let me show this video.
I've seen that. I know
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
A lot of videos,
the cards at the end where it could be like, now watch this one. and Now watch.
Oh
this
yeah,
one."
I don't even know how to do
I
that.
don't do it, but
but I don't know how to do it either. So that's the thing. So I just stopped. I thought, okay, I'm not going to learn this. That's it.
Oh,
And then Jessica came over. She goes, you don't have to do that. Everybody just wants to hear your stories.
yeah.
So that you're good. And so that got me going again. It was like,
What
all
the
right.
hell? It was something so unusual that would stop you, but in your head, you made it a big deal. I feel like, right?
Well,
Because you
I
didn't know.
didn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
And I knew I wasn't I'm not a good tech person.
Right.
So it was just sort of like, I had asked for 4 years people to teach me because I wanted to learn how to interview. I mean, I know how to interview,
Yeah.
but I needed to know technically how to do the split screen thing
Yeah.
for
Yes.
4 years.
Oh my.
I asked Aaron, Chris Shelton, I think Jeffrey Augustine and somebody else.
Something like that.
And no,
No.
they said, if you'll do an interview with us about OSA, we'll teach you, each one of them.
Oh,
And I did the interview, they put it up and that was it.
Mm.
So, I finally thought, fuck it.
I would have taught you for free. I mean, so you learn how to do it. I can do it. I can walk you through it.
No,
Seems like you figured it out though. Now
No.
at this point, no,
no, I
still
don't know
not?
how to interview.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean when you say that? Like what?
We
like,
have the
for
split
example,
screen and
Yeah,
I,
just
and
don't know how
I
to
go,
do that.
hey, Chris,
Yeah.
Let you do it now from the app. So you used to have to get a third party like platform.
right.
But now they have, you know, where you found the advanced settings?
Right.
There should be a setting in there somewhere. You can click it and it says invite a friend or something.
Oh, okay.
Invite, and then you select that and go live, and then you can copy.
I'll
the
go walk
link.
you through it. I can just send you
It's
some written
super
instructions.
easy. It's in,
All
Or
right.
I can record a video of me doing it.
yeah, it's
if you'd like
in the,
Tell you what exact button to press and everything.
what is
you
it
know.
called? It's in the
Yeah,
YouTube
I mean,
app,
I'm not much
just
of a
like
tech guy,
you
but I can
learned
do
how
that.
to do the vertical horizontal.
Yeah.
You'll click a button and then it just, that's it. And then it will go to the next screen, and right before you hit live, you can send the link to whoever you want with it, like an email, but all you do is press the button.
Right.
I'm sure there's also like tutorials on YouTube.
I had to learn how to YouTube through YouTube.
Yeah, that sometimes gets really confusing because it's like you don't know what
And
computer they're using
Yeah.
and like
Right, but it's better if it's a person. of
Yeah.
course.
yeah. So you can just tell me like what type of computer you have. That's
There you go.
College got to figure it out.
yeah.
I honestly don't even be doing that.
Oh,
It's a whole process. Easier said than done.
I think
I get that.
I think just some any third party
Yeah,
YouTube app will do it. Right?
Yeah, but it's not as automatic as you think. You have to click the windows and everything.
And you have to
Okay,
connect
so
it
there's-
to it. If
Awesome.
you use.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're the best.
And then you're,
Yes.
can you,
But the address, you gotta set it up in your YouTube account to use this. You gotta integrate it yourself manually. That can be kind of annoying.
StreamYard, yeah, that's the thing. Is what they use.
But, and the YouTube platform will let you do it, but the YouTube app will just, you see it every time you turn it on. It's right there. It just says invite a friend. You
Invite a friend.
click it, and then next to when it says want to go live,
Oh,
you say, yeah.
You got a different phone than me.
No, it's the same app. I'm telling you, man. You can do it. We'll try it. We'll try it.
I believe
One of
you.
these
I
days.
believe you.
You can believe me.
Yeah, you should do some more of those, Chris. I think you can get interviewing
I just
people
did
and
it
stuff.
with Henry. That's how I
Yeah, I'm
did
pretty
our
really
interview.
good, but I don't have time.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what? The other
Okay,
reason I
wait.
say that is because I was
977?
to start
Horrible writing.
The app
Four
with
five
them.
three 917. That's just the parentheses. Yeah, the 917.
Pretty quick.
Yeah, and then
I'm just telling you.
Okay.
yeah, let me know. I can instruct you if you ever just want me to swing by. I could do that too. And just figure it out with you in person. So just let me
Yeah.
know. 'Cause you live in LA, I assume.
Burbank.
Burbank, not too
It's
far
a
away. I
very
could
good
go out
tech
to Burbank.
Cool. And that's the other thing, I'm trying to get monetized, and I have, that has been a snarl.
Well, you should because you have enough subscribers where you and watch time where
I
you
have
should.
25,000.
Yeah, right.
I have
Exactly. Yeah. You should have
50,000
monetized
views.
a long time
Yeah,
ago.
I know.
I lost my monetization because I'm traveling, so there was nobody to get the pin. So that they'll send you something in the mail, but that I can sit down and do with you as well. There on YouTube, you have to click this little $sign that says earn, and then they have to. It takes like I think 6 hours or something to approve you for monetization.
Not me, it's been months.
Yeah, no, you'd be raking it. People love you. You'd be raking it in too. Not
I
that
know,
that's the intent, but you would be. Yeah, I mean, tons of people would. I mean, you're the person that got this off the ground, got these protests off the ground.
I know DOA couldn't
know?
believe it. He came over to help me with some stuff, and he goes, I can't believe you have 25,000
Right.
subscribers and 50,000 views,
Yep.
and you've never made a dime.
I know. Opportunity lost. I admire
know.
cynical like that, but I'll be cynical for you, and we have to get you monetized.
Hey, Kelly, can you
1000%.
write this down?
No, you have way more than 50,000 views. No.
Do I?
You probably have like 500,000.
Maybe I do. I don't know.
What am I writing?
Your name and your phone number.
Okay.
Because it doesn't sound accurate.
Really? Well, I can't. I look it up, but
May I use your pen?
I'll
yeah.
tell you next time. I'll look. Oh,
Um,
actually, somebody could play. Corey has 5 million views.
5 million.
Oh, you're a
views?
superstar,
Serious?
Corey.
See, I'm so dorky. That's what I mean. I'm really not good at it.
I don't know how many views I have.
5 million? That's like a lot.
You have 5 million views?
She has 5.
Oh, wow! Is that my?
You're next to a superstar, man.
I know.
That's
Just
why I've
starting
been
out.
doing it since 2000.
Yeah.
You know, we were in a living room, and it was 4 OTs, and we were all sharing stories, and they were so outrageous. I said to Bunker, turn on the camera.
Yeah.
We gotta
Funny.
make a video.
Yeah.
We made that video, put it online. Now I fly to Norway to meet Andreas.
That's fun.
He goes, we got to go to IKEA to get
Yeah.
IKEA to get a mattress.
Scandinavia.
We walk in IKEA and somebody goes, Tori Magoo, I
That's
know
cool.
you. And he
Wow,
goes,
all the way
I
up there.
can't believe it. I'm in Norway. I'm
That's cool.
Norwegian. I've lived here my whole life. I have up a gigantic sign, Xenu.net is his site.
Yeah. Oh, sure, famous, yeah. That
Very
was like the
famous.
First anti.
He goes,
COS
nobody's
site.
ever recognized me.
That's
And I
funny.
said, but that's because it's all in writing.
Right.
Mine is a video.
see his
And I
picture,
said,
yeah.
it's a video world, which
Yeah.
this was in 2000 or 2001.
Right,
But now it's become a video world.
yeah. Got it.
Legend. Absolute
Did
legend.
you want me to
Tori.
take the extra and give you that back with me? Oh,
Yeah, Tori, you are a legend.
Is that what you wanted?
Yeah, this
Okay,
is what
and
I
then I
want.
take this
When I grow
extra
up-
And
one.
you keep mine.
Yeah, I got it. I
Yeah.
figured that. I wrote my info on the bottom and then I read the top and went, wait a minute.
The Intuitive Inquirer, what do you mean at that?
Oh, that's my YouTube.
Tori needs to.
You
Oh, that's,
comment, you've seen me on there.
Oh,
You've
okay.
commented, but there's so many of us, it's hard to remember it all.
It's like 200.
the
Yeah,
memory, or they don't go to.
Yeah, that's why that's why I write things down and put it down.
Yeah, me too.
I got my memory
It's okay,
scattered
we
all
need to
over.
see you.
Tori, what do you do your videos from? You have a laptop or a desktop? That's a stray one. Or is that the one I wrote? Oh, that's. Oh, whoops, sorry.
So
What's
much.
up?
Does that go on your camera, you think?
Did what go on my camera?
That that,
Oh, no,
Okay,
not
okay,
my
thanks.
information.
what do you work for, Dodge?
Mine is all up on the internet. I put my phone number on the internet the night I left.
Funny, right? So you're good. You don't have to worry about it.
So
Yeah,
far,
I mean,
I
I
just
use my
have
first-
personal spam calls.
That's
That's
not
enough
bad.
for me.
That's not bad at all. Yeah, I use my first and last name. And it's
I
so
don't have a
obvious.
PO
Anybody-
box, but you can send it to Jessica or Whole Foods. I asked God to tell Tori to flip her camera back. Okay. Flip my camera.
No, he's just
My camera is
Oh,
flipping.
there's one of the Scientologists.
What is it?
He's yelling at one of the Scientologists in the parking lot. Across the street.
Do you know what time it is?
11:37. You're hardcore.
I have Midnight with Magoo. That's my thing.
All right, that's true. That's your need.
I know. That's my need.
Well, you got a lot of stories. Cool.
Yeah, I figured everybody talked all day. I thought I'll do Midnight with Magoo.
Yeah.
I just said God to tell her to flip her camera back. Okay, sorry, Dave. Tori's birthday is next week.
Any like fake, like what did they have any facade of
we'll
an
get you
event?
set
or
up.
same as
And
yesterday?
hey, no pressure. I'd love to sit down and interview you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That'll be an honor. I appreciate it.
Same thing.
I appreciate it. That'll be really cool. So we'll do a 2-for-1 deal.
Yeah.
Because to me, that it's fascinating. We're all there. 'Cause even the David Mayo story you're telling about, you had to write to
Oh,
him
you
and
did
have
the
that
funny
relationship.
thing. I didn't finish that.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
Everybody was saying your PTS, your PTS. Blah, blah, blah.
Right. Way back then.
And so now they say, write to David Mayo, he'll help you. So I write to him, tell him my situation, and he goes, sounds like you need a PTS handling. And I wrote him back and I said, that's fucking it? You are the senior CS on the planet. And the only thing you can say is the same shit that these morons in Los Angeles say. And he wrote me a 6-page handwritten letter, which I
Wow.
still have.
Wow.
I have it. And he said, look, you absolutely need to take your medicine. 100% I stand behind you.
Interesting. So David Mayo endorsed you taking medicine for your ad. That's kind of relevant.
And he
Wow.
said, oh, I ended up taking on the
Well,
whole
I didn't
flag
know.
land base, and I got the whole thing changed.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, but this was before that.
Right.
And so, Mayo, so I said, so he said, I've heard there's a bunch of morons in Los Angeles. If you have any trouble, come here and I'll help you get through OT3. So I did. We moved there and he helped me get through OT3.
Here we are.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
And he called me after I left. We called, he went onto a site and it said David Mayo. And I said, okay, is this really David Mayo or is this, a pretend David Mayo? And he said, it's David Mayo. And I said, all right, then call me tomorrow. And he did. He said the phone rings and I picked it up and he goes, hello, this is David Mayo.
If they're gonna keep telling us to go on the-
And I knew how he sounded. Like, oh my God.
Wow. So was he
To them and go.
generally actually
Your
kind of a
chest
relaxed
out.
guy at the level? Interesting.
Okay.
What do you think the future would have been like of Scientology
Or
if
the,
he took
you guys have
control?
like a
Would have been
FedEx.
stronger? or-
100% different. Yeah, it would have been, it would have survived.
Right.
Yeah,
It
It
would
would
have
have actually
survived.
grown.
Yeah, because it would, because all this shit, you know, he would have lessened.
Right. It's the
He
paranoia.
would have been, he was an auditor, you know what I mean? So he would have built that side of it up. And the scavengers, I don't
He's
think,
never an auditor technically, right? Right. So he could never relate to most of the people that were in the church.
yeah, he's not a tech. He's, you know, he's like,
Oh, yeah.
Kind of a bureaucrat. It was just
Why?
good.
kind of,
Right.
But he's not stealing. What?
yeah.
Fascinating.
I know, but it was really fun to have the 6-page handwritten letter.
Wild.
Uh,
6 pages. So is it all? Was he
Maybe telling
encouraging
you you're a
6
creep,
pages
like,
saying, you know, he still
for,
feels like you're a good Scientologist?
Not me.
Wow. Seems like Miscavige would never even say a kind word like that.
Never.
Fascinating.
The scavenger never answered me, ever, in
Wow.
7 years,
Wow. He tried.
ever. I got a 6-page handwritten letter from him.
Yeah.
And then later I went on to go on to OT7, and they sent me to like an 18-year-old kid who in the MAA, and he said, he opened up my folder and he goes like this, "You're not allowed on the Flagland base." Now I had paid for OT 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Well, just because you're.
In all fairness, my mother-in-law gave our entire inheritance to Flag.
Wow.
You know, she paid for my husband and I to do those. But, you know, it's paid for, and they still tried to kick me off. And I said, I did the taxi cab driver. Have you ever seen that?
No.
You never saw the movie Taxi Cab Driver?
No, I see Taxi with Robert De Niro.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah, sure.
And
Of
he
course.
goes,
Yeah.
you know, I did the, you talking to me?
Talking to me, of course.
I just kept looking around. I go, are you? And I look around and I could see he was going into Dallas, right? And I said, you know, you have it wrong. I want you to go get the DFP and I'll talk to the DFP. I'm not going to talk to you about this anymore, because I knew what it was.
Right.
And she and I had done tons for Scientology here. So she heard about it and she said, okay, we're going to handle it. And anyway, so long story short, I get all these sec checks. And then at the end, Bill Yachty, my best friend, goes, okay, now we're going to sec check epilepsy. And I said, Bill, and I took the cans and I put them over the thing on his side. And I said, you and the CS can sec check epilepsy. I'm done. And I wrote up to RTC and I said, you show me, well, first I went around the base and said, you show me a written thing that says I can't take medicine. And they showed me all this bullshit they'd run on me for years, but none of it really said that. And at that year, which was 1989, they canceled all the OT levels. They said OT 1 through 7 are pre-OT levels.
Oh wow, so you switched it up.
And OT 8 is the first OT level. So then it turned into the only line they had that I couldn't take medicine was LRH saying, on upper OT level, someone should not be on medication. And I said, okay, you just canceled the OT level, saying they're just pre-OT level. And everyone on those is talking about their wins with their body. So I know OT 7 deals with that. So no, I'm not going to do it. So I want my folders, all of them, to go up to RTC, and we'll let, I forget his name, but anyway, one of the top CSs, we'll let him, I said, he knows Ray Midoff. Ray Midoff knows my case. We'll let him decide who's right and who's wrong. And my husband was smart enough to say, okay, just get out of town. Because everyone was like, you know, you're just, bad intentions, Tory. That's what's happening there. You know, just shitty things.
Right.
So my husband said, let's just go to, what's the thing in Florida where they have the Disneyland?
There's so many.
What is it?
Or Harrison, but there's
No, Disneyland.
Oh, Disneyland? There's a Disneyland, yeah.
I know, but what, Orlando?
Oh,
Right, yeah, in Orlando.
I didn't say it. He said.
I know, but I'm just saying that was it.
Yeah.
But that's what my husband said, just go to Orlando, stay there for as long as you have to, and I'll call you when you come back. So it was about a month, and then they sent back a thing. They'd written an entire thing saying, if a person tries to get off their medicine and can't, and their doctor says it's okay to take, it's okay to take it. So they crammed everyone on the Flagland base that was in the tech area And I called my friend and I said, oh, you know, they crammed the CSs. And she goes, Tori, you don't get it. They crammed everyone. If you carried folders, you had to do the cram for that.
Wow.
You know, because it was a
way.
massive MU that people had, and they still have about against medicine. A lot of them still have it. So it was a big win for me and my mother-in-law who wanted to go on to OTA. They wanted to take her off of her blood thinners.
Oh, God, that's
She
scary.
would have been dead.
Yeah, right.
You know, and there were a whole bunch of people that were being held back. And once that came through, everybody got to do what they wanted.
She gets battled.
Yeah. So there you
Bill,
go.
how was that?
What's the helicopter? Is it for the hospital?
Hopefully.
Sometimes, yesterday was like, wow.
Oh, yeah?
Pop, 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 yeah.
Oh.
I don't know what
We're
they're-
doing
I
something.
did. Well,
Yeah.
if I was, it was for watering plants.
You were watering the plants?
Yeah,
These plants
she's
here
gonna-
were dying, so
For
I
you?
got some water.
Oh.
But I don't think I'm gonna be able to keep up now that they're planting more down there. But also, I know it sounds so messed up, but a part of this thinking like,
Let them die. They don't deserve it.
I'm gonna say it out loud. Well, I
Yeah.
think it would end their suffering of being in the hands of Scientology.
Yeah.
But also get rid of plants, really. But then that's a little Jones County. But then also it would look very interesting if they literally planted a bunch of plants and then let them die in plants, and that would just show a whole other level of whatever.
I don't think they will, but
You don't think they will what?
let them die.
Oh, you don't? No, they are. They are dying. They were dying. They're starting to
But
die.
these aren't.
No, not the hedges, but these have been in here forever. They just moved
They
them.
haven't been there forever.
No, but I mean, they were from around.
Oh, okay.
They just brought it. They're established plants, but these transplants that
So
they're
many
putting
plants.
in.
So many plants now. All right, Tori, I think I'm getting out of here.
I gotta go too.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
Awesome.
There it is. That's the call.
getting out of here? Or you need help getting up?
I gotta just get this thing. Okay, you guys, now I gotta say goodbye to these guys.
Tori, you're amazing.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're
Seriously,
welcome.
like,
We'll be.
it's so cool. I got my own like personal information section. in here. That was fascinating. So I'll drop by your house. We'll serve you.
Yeah, we'll do
I
it.
appreciate
It was
that.
good
Yeah.
meeting you.
Likewise.
Thank you,
Likewise. Big
Dodge.
fan. I'm starstruck right now. a little bit.
You know, I get weird.
All right, I gotta go because they gotta go. Bye. Peace out. Thank you, guys. I'm sorry that I didn't pay any attention, but that's just the way it goes.
It's my fault.
It's
Believe
your
me.
fault. All right, now,
Well,
how do I